closer look at. So I'm really interested for this race.
Yeah, same. Riverside's a track that I haven't really seen a lot of, so I'm actually pretty excited to see how it runs, and also to see a lot of these legends race today. So.
Fact show, and yeah, Riverside International Raceway is one of my favorite road courses of all time. I wish it was still around. But yeah, this could be definitely an interesting race. Who do y'all have winning?
I am going to say Dale Earnhardt.
I'm going Bill Elliott.
Yeah, those are two.
Jeff Bodine also seems like a good pick.
Yeah.
Or Rusty.
Oh,
now
maybe.
I'm looking at the lineup over here.
Yeah, those are great picks, and we'll see how this goes. It looks like we'll be coming to green soon, so yeah, you'll notice a lot of the guys towards the back of the field here in the starting lineup are drivers that are legends, but they just started their careers. Like Ernie Irvan was starting his career. All right, we're going to green here.
Yeah. I bet Rusty's gonna get up pretty far ahead.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing at Riverside.
Oh, I got an ad right away.
You got an ad?
Right away, bro. Are you kidding me? Like, right away? Come on.
We should just keep that in the video.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it in.
Just put the little TV static over it.
Okay, hold on.
Where were
How are
you?
you guys at?
I'm at 146. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bodine gets it. Ricky Rudd drops into second. Terry Labonte is in third. Back to fourth, falling one position. On that start is the car.
Man,
one thing I noticed is that the broadcasters here, they sound like the actual announcers you would hear at like an amateur racetrack or like a NASCAR race.
Shorten up right here at turn 6.
Yeah.
Earnhardt running in that fifth
Like today's standards, is basically what you're saying. I'm trying to say it, but anyways.
Yeah, no, I got you.
There's a lot of great announcers back in the day, that's for sure.
Oh, yes.
I don't know, I think it's something about like their voices and how they commentate with so much like electricity and excitement. It's like, I think that's what causes it to be better, but
Now this straightaway right here is pretty long actually. They would hit like 160 going into the next corner, so.
Most critical part of the track, right here, coming to turn 9.
See how fast they're going?
Cars braking on these 3,500-pound cars.
Now this
I want to know how small the pits are.
the pits are like right off of this corner. This is a long right-hand turn. A lot of wrecks happened in this corner.
Jeez. Oh, I can imagine. Look at how fast that they were going in there, and they were sliding a little bit.
Back to third comes the Rusty Wallace car, and up to fourth moves Dale Earnhardt.
I don't feel like
Well, it looks like he's closing in.
I feel like this race is going to be a wreck fest. I'm calling like 2 wrecks at
Rusty
least.
Wallace. There you see Wallace in the
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. I'm not quite sure. I'm just guessing probably. There's probably going to be like 3. Who knows?
I have to agree, Jim. I think it's going to be like 2 to 3 wrecks, maybe.
Well, you know, Rusty Wallace and Earnhardt are best friends, but they love to intimidate each other on the racetrack. They love to bump each other. They play
There's
around.
Wallace and
I
Earnhardt.
guarantee you, they're going to get together
Oh, look
and
at that
get
car.
after each other because there's a big ego battle here.
Classic game.
Dale Earnhardt, who has never won this track. He's had a couple of second places here. Closes it on Rusty Wallace once again.
Yeah, Earnhardt was pretty solid at Riverside. He never won there, but he was always like up in the. He was always in the top 5 or 10 usually at this track.
Big surprise of qualifying, that car of the Wood brothers.
Dude, they're flying at this track.
Imagine nowadays, it would probably be a wreck fest nowadays at this track.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the
Absolutely.
Back in the 60s, they wrecked here all the time, and the races would be like 5 hours long.
Right, absolutely, Christian. I think that if it were today, there'd be like the most record for all-time wrecks in NASCAR history.
No kidding. 5 laps.
Exactly.
If you go back and
Plus, you
look,
have people like Cody Ware in the Cup Series.
Cody Ware. Well, back in the day, like back in '63 when they first started running, and '64. Oh, look this in-car view, but there would be a lot of flips at the track. Like AJ Foyt flipped there before. that's just one, to name a few. There was a lot of bad wrecks here back in the 60s. But over the years, they got more used to the track.
Yeah, you can really see how he's wheeling the car. I love that.
Well, you can see the sliding and the bumps he's taking.
Exactly. Somebody's got to post that on the onboards account for real.
Me or Mike?
Mike's like, wink, wink, Christian.
Me.
Yellow car. That is Dale Earnhardt, 11 times a winner this year. As Bodine tries to stretch it out a little bit, gets caught up here in turn number 9.
He's got like
record qualifying for this course.
Yeah.
Tim Richmond mark from
Yeah,
You
I
know-
thought Rudd was catching him at some points, but now he's kind of fading.
Ricky Rudd was really solid on road courses. I mean, he was really good at, like, Sonoma. And I don't know if he won at Riverside, but I know Rudd was really good at road courses. And he won at Sonoma twice, if I'm correct.
He's coming up on him. I like that 15 car, though.
Sometime y'all gotta react to the 1963 and 64 Riverside races. This video of that. That was crazy.
Well, if this video gets a good amount of support, we will.
Yeah, fact show. Hit the like button. Subscribe. If you haven't yet, then Denny Hamlin will come steal your driver like he did to Tyler Reddick at RCR.
What's our
Yes.
Wallace there.
I'm going to say 10. Y'all couldn't get 12, but you got close to 10, so you know what? Let's shoot for 10.
I thought we got like a bunch of likes on the Talladega reaction, didn't we? We did. We got a lot of support on that.
I need to look at that one after we're done with this video.
Like I said, today we'll do 10, get 10 likes, maybe a few comments. We'll definitely do another video.
Facts. But anyways, going back to the Tyler Reddick thing, I was so mad because
Same.
had...
You got another ad, Cam?
I'm looking like you today, Christian.
We're only 7 minutes into you've had 2 ads.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, I'm at 7:03.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Just kidding.
So going back to...
I'm noticing one thing. If they're macho, they better get with
So
it.
going back to Tyler Reddick here, I was a little mad that happened because I had just put the finishing touches on the video and I was about to get it exported, and then all of a sudden Tyler Reddick goes to freaking 23XI. I'm like, are you kidding me? We just uploaded this video, or we just made this video and we can't even talk about it?
Exactly. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Like, that's an L, honestly, I think, for Reddick, because he was doing really solid in the A-car as it was, and he's going to 23XI, and their team's still in development and everything. I don't see them being contenders at all. That's just my personal opinion.
I think I actually don't mind this idea for Reddick. I feel like he's going to have a better car there at 23XI.
I don't know.
I think it's arguable for sure. I agree, but I think he has a chance. You know, I don't think he's just some rookie who's still trying to learn the ways. I think he's got down this little path, so
The way
how he does.
the way they announced it was so weird too. It just was odd. It was like,
Yeah.
and RCR seemed like they were surprised about it, and I mean, I bet they were, because he was their best driver currently. So it's just like, it's crazy. And that's not good for them. But yeah, I don't know about that. It's just kind of sus.
Yeah, I thought it was a very weird move that, I mean, nobody saw coming. First of all, Kurt Busch wasn't doing that bad in the car. He was outperforming Bubba, and he was close to the top 10 for most races. So the only guess that I can think of is that he's retiring, but I don't know if they're going to open up a third car, which would be stupid because they can, you know, I'm sure that they're fine having 2 cars, but the thing is that the 45 crew is not that bad, but the 23's pit crew is trash. So why would they open up a third team if they have already one trash team when they could just, you know, develop the 23 and the 45 teams?
That's a good point.
Told us about what this racetrack
But you could see.
Anyways, it's a. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say you can see the field's kind of spreading apart since it's been a green flag run here.
Yeah.
Now they may not.
Anyways,
Sorry, go ahead.
Anyways, all I was gonna say is that it's just an odd move, and I'm interested to see what happens, whether he gets better or if he does about the same. I think he'll do about the same personally, especially with the next gen.
That's a good point. I think that I don't know how many leaderboards are going to be showing during this race, so I'm just trying to keep track of everybody that I can, but it's kind of hard to. Then again, this is the 80s, so it is how it is.
I love how much they're showing the leaders. You don't see this that much nowadays.
No, they always show like the battles in the map. It's like those battles don't matter.
Oh, we got to spin Brett Bodine, I think, in the 26th.
Yeah, it is Brett Bodine.
It's really not as bad.
Yeah.
Classic.
Hold on, that may have been Morgan Shepherd. I don't know, because Morgan Shepherd, yeah, he drove
Oh,
the
no, it
26.
was Morgan Shepherd.
Because Morgan Shepherd drove with the 26 for like 1 or 2 years, and then Brett Bodine went there after Rudd or something like that.
Yeah, I forgot he drove the 26, to be honest.
You guys were saying that, and I was like, I don't know.
Well, Brett Bodine did drive the 26 for
Yes.
some years in the 90s. It was in the 90s he drove the 26. But yeah, he just got loose and spun out.
He just, looked like he slid into that car.
Yeah, not surprising with how slippery the track has been in those fast straightaways.
Which is also a blue with red piping car. So Morgan
A little bit of damage on the car, it looked like.
dropping out of the top 20 here.
They're about to lap some cars here. I think it's like lap 9 or 10.
As he has been from the outset, came off the point in the second spot as Ricky Rudd.
You know, back in the 60s, the margin of victory would be like 2 laps or so because they used to run 500 miles here, and it would be long races. Oh, we got a car off.
Oh.
Is in trouble, and there's a big oil
Great move to not wreck him.
Car number 04 is blown an engine.
Oh, we got another
one.
We got a caution, I think. Yep.
That's gotta be a caution. He's going in the pit.
60 years old in December, driving with a broken leg today.
60 years old?
60 years old.
Yeah, and he was driving with a broken leg, too, is what they just said, I think.
Wow.
Here's the look from the in-car camera, the Superflow camera, and Rick Hendrick got a pretty good look at this guy right here as he went off the race.
Yeah, Rick Hendrick was in this race, I think. Who's driving in this one?
That's smart on
Wow.
Hendrick's part because he's the rookie, even though he's been around racing all his life. He has a rookie driver on this
Yeah,
racetrack.
except for the camera
And Rick
keeps
was just
glitching on
following
it, though.
Herschel around. Herschel has driven, I don't know, 300 or 400 races on this racetrack in a career that dates back into the 40s, but now, unfortunately, Herschel McGriff has taken us.
All right, now we got pit stops here. Look how fast the cars are flying out pit road, too.
Yeah.
Right after this.
Jeff Bodine, Ricky Rudd, Dale Earnhardt.
Time has been shown as the leader. Alan Kowicki has gone to second. Darrell Waltrip to third. Ricky Rudd to fourth. Dale Earnhardt.
Oh, just to let y'all know, I read something before about they cut out in this video. They cut out a pit road accident that happened. There was a pit member that got hit, I think, on pit road.
No, I can tell you exactly what happened. This is in the comments.
11th overall in the field.
He says a very serious pit accident was cut out of this broadcast.
Bill Elliott and the rest of the
The
field
was not
will
caught
circulate here
live.
behind the
During
pace
the
car.
first yellow,
It's a
for Herschel's
extra
McGriff's
setback
blown
really
engine.
for that team
A
because
crash
they
on
had a
pit
tough
road
time
resulted
this
in
year. They
2
struggled
members
in
of
the
Bill
qualifying.
Elliott's
They
crew
qualified
being
by
badly
the
injured.
in-car camera
Michael
here.
Waltrip
Alan
spun and
Kowicki
moved the pits
looking
while
over the field.
Bobby
You begin
Hillman
to get a sense here
and Neil
of the
Bonnet
problems
were damaged. In addition to their crew members, Riverside was great for racing, but had a terrible pit lane set up with what had to be the smallest pit box in the
Yeah, it was small.
Interesting. And especially with back in this era, they didn't have pit road speed.
Yeah, that's for sure. You see Ned Jarrett down there in that one shot just a second ago. He was pit reporting for MRN, if I'm correct.
Really wanted to end this season with a sweep of the last 2 races.
So we should be going back green soon. Or in one lap, probably.
As they come up, I think they're a lap
Well, I mean,
away
you see
from
how
a
fast
start.
they're going into
Car
the
number
pits. I'm
29.
sure somebody got injured pretty
George
bad if they
Fullman's
got
Yeah.
car in first.
That's
That's
Number
happened
7,
several
Kwilyt in second with the third spot.
They really
Darrell
started
Waltrip.
forcing the
Fourth spot
pit
is
road
Ricky
speed
Rudd.
limit
And then comes
after
the
1990, whenever they had
Dale
that
Earnhardt
fatal
car in fifth.
pit road
Bodine is in
accident at
sixth.
Atlanta
And they were
in the
runners
season
in the
by
order
now.
going right up in front.
So,
That's right. I believe that was Bill Elliott, crew member as
He
well.
knows these
Yeah, it
people,
was.
He likes these people. They're part of. They're really a family out there, and
yeah,
how
this
he
Michael
gears
Waltrip
himself
there, the
back
30
up and
house
gets down
go
to that
kart, and then
hard
there's Terry.
part
If
of
I'm
this
correct,
game,
the
just
44.
focusing and
I don't know if
staying
that's
directed
Terry
at what he
Labonte. I
has
know
in
he
front
drove
of
the
him.
44 at one point in his
Well,
career.
Ken, I think you understand.
God, look at those windshield wipers. Those like little things that you get. It looks like what you would get at a gas station.
When everybody goes to volunteer, the kind of friendship, the kind of pull togetherness that we have there. So
Not been a whole lot of
everybody
passing up
understands
front
these
in this
people,
race
even
so
though
far.
they
I'm
race
sure
each
there's
other
been
hard,
some
they love
passing
each other
throughout the
and do
field,
anything
but we don't
for
have a
each other.
full standing, so we can't really say
It
at
is
the
a tough
moment.
moment
But
for Elliott, that is for sure.
Right.
Rick Hendrick is out
definitely
here
been
racing today, and
road
of course
course.
he has
I have a
Rex-
feeling that there's going to be a win due to like
in Winston Cup racing.
pits.
Decided to give it a crack himself, and he's been a pretty fair racer in other
Pit
forms of
strategy is
motorsports
gonna be
over the
going
years.
on.
A millionaire Chevy dealer who fields a powerful team in Winston Cup racing with Darrell Waltrip, Benny Parsons, and Jeff Bodine. But this week he also is a rookie race driver, and he's making his Winston Cup debut.
Alan Kwilyt's in second in the 7, then there's Darrell Waltrip. Here's Rick Hendrick.
With their own volume, I think, this weekend, and they're, I don't know if they've got enough nerve to watch a race or not. Matter of fact, one of them's coming out here to watch me, but I've even got a friend of mine, Dr. Petty, who's a neurosurgeon there in Charlotte. He's out here, I think, just in case I hit the wall, but it was really the racing that got me in the automobile business, and I've driven all my life. I've driven go-karts, drag boats, and
Yeah, you're right, Rick Hendrick. That's
race
cool.
cars, and
I think
this
it's so
is kind
funny
of
the
the
way
top
Rick
of the
Hendrick
line.
talks.
This
He
is
reminds me of like
the,
Forrest Gump.
the big
the way he
guys, as
talks
Bodine
sometimes.
tells me.
Yeah.
You know,
I can
the
see
crew's
that.
been trying to
Yeah,
get me
we're
to do
gonna
it.
be out on the road,
And,
man.
so
Like,
I guess I'll know a lot more about it.
It looks about the
I know
same.
what the crew chief goes through, what the driver goes through, and I think it'll improve my perspective of the sport.
15
by
career
competing in the
wins
race.
as a car owner.
At the time, yeah.
Responsibility of the in-car camera.
You know, I didn't think about that camera when I told him it was
Yeah, those
okay to
red
put the car.
window nets and the red
Now,
interiors, that's cool.
One of the drivers said, you know, there's one
26
nice thing about that,
dealerships.
the whole world's going to see every mistake
Yeah,
you
that was
make.
before
So-
even now. Now he has more.
But, you know, I know all the excuses, Ken. If you don't run good, you don't have a good motor, or you have a bad set of tires.
That's
1,500 employees
the
in
crew
8
chief put the
states.
wrong
Wow.
spring.
Now
So
it's
whatever
way
happens
more than
out here
that.
this
It's
weekend
way
is
more
not
than
gonna
that
be my
now.
fault.
Oh, I'm sure of it. He has
Played by
like
the best, and they've told me what to
he has
say.
400
So,
on
it's gonna
his
be
actual
somebody else's
race
fault
team. So
about
imagine
what
that combined with the amount of dealerships he has.
Bulletin on our story from Pit Road. The injuries are being reported as
I like that.
non-critical,
Superflow,
not
in-car camera.
life-threatening, and that is good news on Chuck Hill, Steve Caldwell, and
Well,
Stevens.
they should be going green in one lap. I thought they were going to go green this past lap, but they're not.
NASCAR and their booth one floor below us here on the start-finish line at the Riverside International Raceway. We are now showing 15 laps complete. We have been
15
under
laps
caution
in.
since the 8th lap when this incident took place in Buddy Baker.
Look at the. Look, you don't see that many people at a road course nowadays, do you?
So many times you've had
No.
You don't see that many people at a NASCAR race nowadays in general.
Unless it's like Talladega
Or the 600 or Daytona.
or Daytona 500, yes.
No, even sometimes though Talladega can be a little
You know,
expensive.
our pit crew
It's
is
a
place
anyways.
from the accident.
Well, last year's was kind of because of all the rain that happened on Sunday's race.
Yeah, it's packed a lot. Oh, Gateway was pretty packed, actually.
Yeah, Gateway was packed.
Dude, Gateway was packed, man. I could not
Everybody.
believe it.
Everybody's okay. They have injuries, but it's not like threatening and things like that. It goes completely out of your mind, and you go back to racing.
Benny Parsons once told me that when he saw his brother flip 15 times in that terrible crash at Talladega.
Oh, I remember hearing about or seeing that wreck on the.
Hey, you know something we can't brag about? NASCAR has more fans at a race than the Oakland A's do for
I know
baseball.
what you're talking
So,
about.
Oh,
I raced,
well, yeah, the A's have horrible attendance.
He had a bad accident.
Yeah, they have like 3,000 a
Second
game.
corner one time.
Or less.
Not good.
You know,
Come back by.
I know this is for the NASCAR, but good for the Oakland A's fans. for standing up to the ownership like that. I wish the Commanders fans would do that. I mean, I have the lowest attendance in the league, yes, but I wish it was way lower, like 1,000 or 100 fans a game, but that will never happen.
Reds fans have done the exact same. So, like, they had one of the record lowest ones. They only had 1,000 fans in a game.
Gosh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we're going green here, I think. Is that... Never mind, I'm not going to say that joke. Anyways,
Who is that? Who is that? Queen Elizabeth? Bro?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, yeah. Oh, come on, pace car.
Let's go to Dave Despay at the STP Pit Center.
I guess they gotta clean a bunch of oil or something.
Falmer's in the lead. I've never heard of him before, so that's interesting.
Yeah. And Kwilyt behind him, he should blow right past.
About the wild card situation, potential 14 starters in Busch Clash come February at Daytona.
Now, if y'all notice, they're showing the 1988 Busch Clash. One of the reasons that y'all saw on the screen they were showing that was because drivers that have won poles in 87 automatically get into the Busch Clash in 88.
And get ready to go.
Here they come. This is when the pace car was on the track when they went green. They went green before even the last corner. Look at this.
Yeah, I'm not surprised there. I believe that's Kwilyt. He just blew past.
Darrell Waltrip's the lead.
Tied car. Darrell Waltrip.
Oh, here we look at this.
I got ass.
Okay, I'm at 21:39.
I feel bad. I feel like I'm the one getting crammed with ads now. Okay, I'm at 21:30. So hold on, let me get to 39. 2, 3.
That was right during an onboard too.
Yeah.
8.
And you see a big challenge being
Foul for the lead here.
That's Earnhardt pulling alongside him.
Well, that's a really fast car today, it looks like.
You see Earnhardt already pulling up to the third. Alan Kwilyt, the little independent, calling the fourth in that Xerox car. There's the number 15, Ricky Rudd, seeking a second victory in this Winston Western 500, closing up on Darrell Waltrip, who won it back-to-back in 80 and 81.
Darrell's trying to get back Kwilyt here. You got to run the inside.
Bodine is the man who's come into third. Bodine has come to third. Kwilyt is fourth.
You notice there's a highway in that one area.
There's Bodine in the third. And in fourth, it is Dale Earnhardt, with Alan Kwilyt falling to fifth, and in sixth is
Now, where's Davey Allison at? I think he was in this race. I just don't see him. He must be towards the back.
When they were going over people, I saw him. I think he started in like 20th place.
Yeah, I'm wearing a Davey Allison t-shirt for this race.
He gets right on the bottom of the racetrack.
Davey Allison, one of NASCAR's biggest what-ifs. I think he would have gotten at least 2 championships, and I say this because I saw a discussion about it, and I want to give my 2 cents in it.
Yeah, you saw my post yesterday. I shared about like some things about him, his achievements, and all that. Definitely a great driver, even though he didn't race that long. He was definitely, in my opinion, top 30, if not top 25 drivers of all time.
You wonder, he always thinks in the top 5 now, but if he had more time to race, we could have been like, oh yeah, he's a top 10.
Right.
He won 10% of the races he ever started in the Cup Series. It's pretty crazy.
I say if Davey Allison did not get in that crash, the helicopter crash, he would have easily been a top 15, maybe even a top 10 driver, without a doubt.
Yeah.
And of course, Buddy Baker's car is being driven.
And Al Kwilyt too. I mean, he won in that 1992 championship, but he would have definitely got more wins for sure.
Oh, there's no doubt he would have gotten another championship at the very least.
I don't know, honestly, if he would have gotten another championship because of how tough the competition was. Once it started in 93, it got tougher, I think. But he definitely was a very consistent driver. With the Winston Cup style points, he definitely could have been in championship contention again. But it's kind of like, I don't know if he would have gotten another one, but he definitely would have gotten more wins. No doubt.
When they opened it back up finally after several laps, there was an ambulance parked in Sterling's pit.
There's an ambulance in Sterling's pit.
Ambulance. Yeah.
Dale.
Dude, they're going to this corner so fast. Holy crap.
Wait till y'all watch 1963 to 64 Riverside. It wasn't as fast, but there was just a lot of chaos.
Wallace in fifth, Kowicki in
These
sixth.
guys, once they had more experience at this track, they were able to run it without it being a wreck fest, and they were just able to fly around. I'm telling you, these road courses back in the day were crazy. Like, Bridgehampton Race Circuit was an engine road course. They had the Augusta International Raceway. Yeah, they even raced at airport back in the 50s called Linden Airport.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, I know about that. That was crazy. I just, they had some crazy races back then, man. I don't know.
Well, you know, when he qualified...
Look at Ricky Rudd there with the inspirational pass.
That seems to be a strong suit with Ricky Rudd.
I only got around Bodine too. Remember in the beginning of the race, he was just behind him.
And those two together.
I want Ricky Rudd to get from part of the three. Dale Earnhardt in third position. Ricky Rudd Mud, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Going sixth is Alan Kowicki, and he's about to get some heavy pressure from Bobby Allison.
Now,
I'm trying to know, what is Levi Garrett?
that was the type of clothing brand, if I'm correct, back in the day.
That's what I thought it was, but I was not sure.
Yeah, if I'm correct, it's like the formal name for Levi's, or it would just make sense.
Then there's Wrangler jeans to the three.
Yeah, of course.
There's no turn.
If I'm wrong about that Levi's thing, you guys can clown me in the comments.
We'll search it up after
Third,
this.
eight. Wide old negative camber. And Ricky Rudd stays out in front. Two previous winners in first and second. The man seeking his first win here, Dale Earnhardt, who has won 11 races.
Dale Earnhardt didn't get his first road course win until Sonoma in '95.
And pulled away from it. Boy, a lot of power out of that Lula Rosa.
Well, that tells me he did not win this race.
Well, yeah, I did kind of spoil it, but I kind of spoiled it earlier too when I said Dale Earnhardt never won at Riverside. So
Yeah, I know you guys talked about like. Well, I guess you're wrong already, but hey.
Okay, well, thanks to Christian spoiling it, I am going to change my pick to Jeff Bodine.
okay, there's Bobby Allison.
Oh, what a crap.
Oh, Dale Earnhardt's pitting here under green. Look how fast he's going down pit road too.
Unexpected stop for Earnhardt.
He's flying through there. That
Oh,
would
look at that!
that have been so many.
The bosses!
That have been so many penalties. That would have been so many penalties nowadays. Someone would get probably black flagged for that.
You can push a rock through them very easily.
Oh, wait, was that tire uncontrolled? Hold up.
So you just have to go for and change them.
Could you imagine if someone wanted to speed or pits that fast? You know how much trouble they get in?
Exactly. Oh my god, and he almost went into the other car.
I tell you, the 80s was different, bro. They were different.
Way different.
Oh, Jeff Bodine's
I like
catching
those colored
runs.
window nets too.
On the point.
Yeah.
And perched on his rear bumper. Here comes Bodine looking again. Here's Bodine trying to draw alongside.
Foul for the lead. Look how far ahead they are of third.
Rudd pulled over and gave him room to go by, so
What a pass.
Oh, clear pass by Bodine.
Now this track's pretty fun to watch, but it's also fun to play on the NR 2003. It's so cool. You can run different cars on it, including the wing cars. It was really cool to play on NR 2003.
I think Bill Elliott is going to win, but I feel like Rusty Wallace is going to do something because he's been good at road courses.
Oh, fun fact. Sorry, good.
I just didn't get the position, sorry, but I do have a feeling that Rusty Wallace is going to get him.
Fun fact for you, Bill Elliott's first ever NASCAR win was at Riverside. How many ads, bro?
I don't know. Where are you guys at?
2910.
2906.
Oh, you're good.
That's we should put an ad counter on this video. So far, that's 3. So you'll see down the screen when I edit.
Suggest that.
Yeah, well, I think what's funny is last time it was Christian, now it's me. So Mike, you're next.
All right, we're going back here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ka-chow.
I just noticed when Daryl and
You know, one thing I was gonna say was, imagine how much brakes these 80s cars use, because look at how Senior slammed on the brakes when he pit.
See, that isn't done in road racing. Road race people don't see that kind of thing happen.
Nowadays, he'd probably blow a tire off. Or nowadays, someone would blow a tire off and it would go flying into the garage.
Yep. Probably instead of one, it would just be like all four.
But let me tell you something. Poor old Darrell looked back there a while ago. He had Earnhardt and said, "Oh Lord!" Now he looks back. Here comes that crazy.
Did you know that Richard Petty won at Riverside a couple times?
Let's go to the
yes.
He won one of them in 1970 in the Wayne car.
They've already marked it here. Now, we told you earlier that you can get into this kind of trouble at Riverside, and that's exactly what has plagued the number 3 car. A flat tire.
Now,
I've always wanted to see I like a fucking stupid race. I want them to go, when they go to pits, I don't want the pit team to do anything. I want the driver to get out of the car and fix up his car for him himself. And just see how bad that is. I just want to see how bad it is.
yeah, that'd be interesting right there.
Now, what were they saying about Earnhardt? I couldn't hear it properly. Because I saw something about his tire.
The reason why he came to pit road is because he had a cut tire, and he was showing that. Yeah.
You really got the benefit of the yellow flag. The 3 cars that qualified 1, 2, 3 are ahead of him.
Well, he's still got a long ways to go, so he could still catch back up.
He solved one of his big problems today, and that was how to get to the front.
I don't even know what lap it is. It's so weird watching with the lap counter.
Yeah, it's different.
The only sense of timing that you can really have is just the little bar and use your guns,
Yeah, exactly.
They showed a leaderboard usually when they go to commercials back in the day.
Nose to tail for first place here in our live
Which I'm glad they changed that.
Well, it just shows you how far the broadcast
There we go.
has
Speaking of
come.
the devil with the commercial with that.
Hey!
Wallace.
Oh, it's Davey. Here's Davey and Dale.
What I just said, Rusty Wallace.
Dale.
Back to the field.
Oh.
To 29th after he had to come in for a tire change. He's just passing Davey Allison.
He just blew by Davey like he was nothing.
Right.
Champion up in front. Bodine leads.
Fresh tires,
I mean,
dude.
they're definitely going to blow by the 78 car like it's nothing.
If I could, I would have changed my guess to Rusty. Because I just don't know why. He's really good.
He's third or fourth right now, I think.
I know.
Payday 1986 Daytona. He took that one home. Out in front, Ricky Rudd rambling along.
Do y'all remember when Ricky Rudd spun out Davey Allison at Sonoma and he got black flagged and they gave the win to Davey? That was honestly, in my opinion, even though Davey won, that was literally one of the worst calls in NASCAR history, for sure.
Yeah, it definitely.
You're riding with Jeff Bodine here as he
It did screw him over for sure, but I wouldn't go as far as to say worst call in NASCAR history.
Well, it's one of the worst. It's not like, not top 5 worst, but it's probably top 10 worst.
He works really hard.
Yeah.
To be a good racer.
I definitely agree with Christian. Because that was a bad call.
I guess I go back to running.
Well, we know in the top 5's definitely got to be Denny Hamlin going beneath the yellow line at Dega in 2020, I think.
Maybe for road racing, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
That had me furious, bro. I could not tell you how mad I got.
I really do enjoy road racing. Maybe that's part
Yeah.
of it. If you enjoy something, you do it better.
Yeah, same with being furious about that.
Hamlin is only one of the only drivers that I really like
There you see Jeff
strongly
Bodine out there
dislike.
having a lot of fun in
Strong.
corner 5. He continues to lead on this treacherous 9-turn Riverside International 2.6-mile road course.
2.6 miles,
Like
9
to see, I
turns.
hate Denny
22nd
Hamilton
has moved Earnhardt. He was in 29th. He picked his way through. And Bill Elliott's car is now showing.
I wonder where Ernie Irvin is, because I know he was driving like the 2 or the 6 car back then. Or I'm trying to remember, because Mark Martin wasn't in the 6 at this time. He was just getting started too.
Were hit on pit road back at lap 8, and we'll update you on that story again as soon as possible. We have assistance from other pit crews for the.
So, what is y'all's thoughts on the race so far in regard to racing? I know y'all say it's kind of like crazy how fast they're going around the corners, but what's some takeaways so far?
Dan Elliott was also knocked down. He is fine.
I mean, mainly the speed and how fast they were going on pit road. No leaderboards, better car control.
Crew and 2 from
Overall, the race itself is okay.
race team.
Yeah, so far the race has been alright. I mean, pretty much what Mike said, that's all I'm going to say. I'm also going to add, like, the dirt. I kind of like it, because I feel like you've already seen, I don't know what driver it was, that Winston dirt, like, made right back onto the street, or the road, I mean. So, I kind of like that little interaction right there. Pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Now, it's a little off topic, but I went through the 1992 season, and I'm thinking about doing another race, like just another season review and everything. Do y'all have any suggestions? It's here's your options: 1988, 1989, 1990, or 1993.
For the last 2 years, the International Motorsport
93.
is one car slower
93. Yeah, I got 93.
Alright, yeah, there's a car stop there, I think, but yeah, 93 is definitely one that I've been considering, even though I've actually watched, like, the only problem is with that, I've watched, like, 6 races for next season already, but, I wouldn't mind going back and watching it again.
Ken, if you noticed, Bobby Allison's closing in really fast on Waltrip, and he's bringing...
Now, I talked to Bobby Allison about, when I saw him last, or one of the times I've seen him, I showed him, like, a picture from Riverside. He said it was one of his favorite road courses, if I'm correct. He said he liked the track. He raced there a lot, actually. If I'm correct, Bobby Allison was in every one except for one race at this track.
All three of those fellas are great road racers. Terry Labonte told me yesterday morning, said, boy, it used to be really fun to come out here when there's only 2 or 3 of us could run this road.
Look how tight it's on that corner.
It's a lot tougher.
Here we are with the Superflow in-car camera.
Rick Hendrick's really far behind everyone else at the moment.
I can't even see anybody with him.
Oh my gosh, dude, I'm getting tired of that.
Back with car number 17.
Alright, that's number 4. For only 35. Now, one year, Darrell Waltrip and Tim Richmond were battling for the lead late at Riverside. I think it was like 84 or 85, something like that. And, no, actually, it was 83. They were battling for the lead in the final laps, and they spun each other out off of the final corner, and the caution came out, and Bill Elliott won.
Is Darrell Waltrip. He's trying to fend off 3 guys who have real intentions of taking 4th place away from it. There you see 2nd place, Ricky Rudd.
Tell those if you're watching right now on Twitch, thank y'all very much. Make sure to hit the follow button, and also, if this is on YouTube, oh, we got a car off. Never mind.
Whoa, way off.
That's going to be yellow if he stops. Unless he's going to pull off the track.
Nah. Oh. Wow.
That car burned to a crisp. Smoking, it burned its
Almost
engine.
hit that, like, pile of dirt there.
Car is smoking so much.
Oh, and the 44 back on pit road. With the yellow, yeesh.
I don't think they threw the yellow yet, or did they?
Let's go to Jerry Garrett on pit.
Does it look like it?
We're down here with Sterling Marlin, whose troubles continue.
Sarah Marlin's in the 44.
Christian, who do you know drives the 44?
In NASCAR history?
No, I'm saying like in that car.
Oh, that's Sterling Marlin. That's Sterling Marlin.
Sterling Marlin. Okay. I did not know Sterling
Here he is
Marlin.
back on the track, car number 44.
Yeah, he drove the 44 for a couple seasons. After Labonte drove for them.
And the driver's okay, and I think that is Kendall. That is Tom Kendall.
Tommy Kendall.
Now,
21 years old.
now how is he getting out of the car, but there's no yellow?
Exactly, dude. I'm telling you, it's different, bro.
Today it would be a yellow.
Today, someone would get penalized for walking out of their car during the green flag. Oh, there's a 14 car before Stewart drove it. But, yeah, if y'all are watching on Twitch right now, make sure to hit the follow button. Thank y'all for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube also, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And, yeah, go check out our channel, NASBoys Podcast, and see Will. So, yeah.
The 5th position, Benny Parsons is in 6th. Terry Labonte is in 7th.
You notice the 26 car is already back in the, or is that, yeah, the 26 is back up in the top 10 after spinning earlier.
Bobby Allison in the 17 and 22 now battling for the championship, coming right down to the wire here in Riverside.
Now, did y'all prefer the 22 Miller car that was red or the golden and white version car?
Those two cats between them
With the 12.
races on this racetrack. You're talking about a couple of serious.
Did you say prefer?
Yeah, which paint scheme do y'all like of Allison's more? The 22 red Miller car or the 12 golden Miller car?
I like the golden one.
Yeah, I like that golden Miller.
I like both of them though, but I guess I would prefer the golden one.
I'll be right back. I actually have the 22 car with me.
Getting no chassis adjustment, 2 cans of fuel, and just those left side tires is back out of the way.
Look how fast he's going out of that.
Exactly.
Oh my lord.
Tokyo drift out of the box.
It's like what I thought it was, like caught up.
Continue their own personal
Yeah, facts.
Somebody bad things going wrong.
If y'all are watching the stream, here's a 22 diecast I have of Allison.
Leads.
Red.
84 car likes over second place. Ricky Rudd, Wallace in third, Allison in fourth, Parsons out of fifth, Labonte to sixth, Harry Gant in seventh. What about the range on these cars today?
Well, I talked with a bunch of people before, and they were hoping somewhere around 78 miles, around 30 laps would be normal to come in and check and make sure everything's going okay. After
You see how far he's turning the wheel?
they can adjust
Yes.
the next stop and
He
say
is
they get
grinding that
82
wheel.
or 83 miles. It depends because of the gas sloshing, everything going on. You have
Now,
to
do you
have
think
sophisticated
Riverside would
fuel
be
pickup.
safe nowadays if they ran at it? Because the cars nowadays seem like they just lose traction very easily on the road courses. And
I don't.
with the tire issues,
My thing is, it's already looking rough in this race, but there's definitely some bumpy parts to it. I wonder if they'd have to repave it first.
No, Cam, I mentioned this earlier. It's so slippery, and these cars are way faster than the cars in the 80s that they would just cause a wreck fest. There'd be cars flying off, they'd hit that dirt, that guardrails, whatever. So I don't think that Riverside would be safe unless they slowed the cars down a little bit.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like they could also race there just if they didn't go as fast.
That's what I was referring to at the end of my sentiment as another car just spun out.
that's Michael
I
Waltrip.
always think this, like,
Oh yeah.
I think this race, they could run well here at like 50 miles per hour.
Who it is?
Yeah.
And probably do fine. I mean, even below that.
Continue on.
Say 40, 30. But I say the max they could probably do is like 50, but anything above that is probably sketch.
Yeah, you just
But
got
my thing is,
loose.
though, but my thing is, though, is like the old school NASCAR fans would complain and be like, well, they're not going fast like they used to.
Yeah.
So Michael Waltrip, he was really trying to save that car and he lost it, but that 6 car, I think the 6 car is being driven by Ernie Irvan, but I may be wrong. Yeah.
I believe that's rookie stripes.
Yeah. The announcer says Ernie Irvan.
God, look at how he's sliding around those corners.
Well, I'm a tough
Just
racer,
like
man,
I
and,
slid into your mom's
I'm a
DMs.
good person
Oh!
in person as far as everyday life. I can get along and do things for people and hand in hand.
If you're an
I just realized that how
fan,
big
you
Dale's
probably couldn't
ears are.
believe Dale could ever be Mr. Nice
He's
Guy,
got some big ears.
especially to one of his competitors.
Bruh.
Rookie Ernie Irvan says
Oh look, there's Ernie Irvan. You know what's crazy? He's actually a Pocono. He's supposed to be a part of the Q&A they're doing since it's the M&M's fan appreciation race. He drove the M&M's car at one point.
In the form of crucial support in his first year of Winston
If I'm correct, he
Cup
did.
racing.
If he didn't, then I'm sound stupid. But I know he drove the 36.
You know, I mean, he's
Yeah, of course he did. It's one of the most iconic paint schemes, along with Ken Schrader.
We talked to him, and you know, he decided to do it.
Though I think Irvin's is a little more iconic.
Yeah. And I do know someone who has the 36 like replica car, the car they restored. That Irvin drove in the Bush series. He's ran that Rockingham a couple times. His name's Scott Davis. Oh, another car went off.
I don't think that's the kind of driver he wants me to be. He wants me to race hard like he does. That's what I try to do.
They just didn't catch it, but another car went off. There it is.
Oh,
Include
is that
running
Dale?
the Rookie of the Year and eventually beating Earnhardt out of his crown.
Who is that? Kind of hard to tell the second.
Looks like a white car. It looked yellow at first, but now it looks more white.
First year, I ought to be going for the championship.
And then the broadcast doesn't even care.
This is showing the pre-recorded segment.
Ernie Irvan is giving it a good shot. He's
I want to say that was a 75 car.
I don't know why I was going to say that was a 44 for a second,
it looks
but
a
now.
little like Rommel's invasion of the desert out this afternoon.
Jeff Bodine's been leading most of the race so far.
Those S's and several other corners. Let's get back with the leaders again. Jeff Bodine, for the moment, is
We're 45 minutes into the race.
Second, Rusty Wallace is in third, Bobby Allison is fourth. And there you see the Jeff Bodine car continuing to dominate the race. He's come off the pole. His second
25 laps in. Oh, we got running order.
25 laps. Let's review the field for you. Give you a look at some of your favorites and maybe a little further back. What we've been focusing on these top 10 or 15 in this road course. That's as of 25 laps complete.
Bobby Allison 5th. Haven't heard too much about him today. Benny Parsons. Wow.
Terry Labonte is
Terry Labonte
11.
11.
Kyle Petty in the 21 car.
Forgot he was in there. Harry Gant.
Rick Wilson.
Dave Marcus.
Shepard.
Martinsville, well, Daytona,
Petty.
and gets on a road course, and he's a tremendous driver there. He's just an all-around good race driver, period.
Yeah, exactly. He's definitely the driver that doesn't ran much.
Jeff was talking to me the other day. He says, you know, if they
Jim Robinson, he ran some back in the day. Joe Ruttman.
I think that sums up how a lot of
Davey
Allison.
Now that's inaccurate because Dale Earnhardt got by Davey earlier.
Oh, Ken Schrader.
Big question mark.
Rick Hendrick 24th. Bill Schmidt.
Bobby Hill Jr. Nate.
Years have been running the last Riverside.
Michael Waltrip.
Here's car number 27.
Wow,
let's go.
Getting ready to
that back
watch our leader here, and there's Winston West
Jocko McJocko. Now interesting.
It's like Jocko McJocko, like
the pit road at this time.
Harry Golar.
I don't even know. George Colmer.
Now I've heard of
George Foreman Grill.
I've heard of these guys. Now I've heard of some of these guys, but Giacomo Giacomo, he was the driver that was involved in that Bobby Allison career-ending wreck at Pocono. He was the one that hit him in the driver's side.
We're all hoping to get 30 in the caution game out somewhere around the 8th lap, so a lot of people are being a little conservative.
It's alright, man.
Make sure they get
I don't think anything.
If you run out of gas
There's just
here,
there's certain words you can't say on Twitch. That's all. There's some of them. Oh, pit stops. Let's see how fast he goes into his pit stall here.
He's coming down.
Parsons is there.
Gary Nelson's award-winning pit crew will go to work.
He went in slower than Earnhardt did.
Yellow and white car.
Yeah, but at the same time, it was a lot easier than he did because Earnhardt had to slam on the brakes really hard.
Take on 2 loads of fuel
Oh, that
here, no
was
chance of adjustment on the car. As Bodine will look to get back out as quick as
Me when I'm at a gas station, 2 tires.
Hey, dude, wait, what is that, bleed, bro? Like, no.
So Ricky Rudd
Exactly,
has
that's what I
first
said.
position here.
He didn't even lose that much ground, honestly, with that pit stop.
Kyle Petty bringing his car
He's still
in.
probably in the top
Dale
10.
Earnhardt
There's
gets a chance
Bobby.
to run a little further. He will definitely be moving through the field now and getting a chance to run back on those leaders with these pit stops.
I'd like to ask Johnny Hayes
Now,
a question about that fuel.
I haven't really
situation,
talked to
or
anyone
maybe
else about
for that
this,
matter.
but
These guys, as we mentioned,
I
running
might be
long
going to
yellow
Pocono
about
next
lap
year.
8. Most of them came in
I'm
right
working
away.
on taking my
So
family to
close that they
Pocono.
couldn't go back in. We're at 38 now, so they've essentially run about 30 laps, but they ran
It's
really
just going to be
further
expensive.
than
That's the only problem.
my question on this racetrack where we've seen the race won and lost.
Because we have to travel up there at the book, the tickets, and the place and everything.
About their gas mileage, or does the fact that so many of those laps were under yellow render all that information useless?
Mike should come to Pocono as well.
They can examine, they can estimate.
Maybe not Pocono. I might go to like Richmond or Martinsville.
Under caution. I think those kind of things they
I
do.
definitely want to look at Martinsville. I was looking at Richmond tickets and there's some seats by turn 2 that are like $30 a piece.
Yeah, they're cheap.
Yeah, Martinsville is like 62 a piece.
Now, the only reason why I want to go to Richmond now is because all the races they do is usually at night, and it's like a 5-hour drive to Richmond, so I wouldn't risk driving that way at night on the way home from a Richmond race. I would go during a day race, though.
17 years old, ran his first race, I think.
I don't really want to go to Richmond that much because I'm not a fan of the track, but it's 3 hours away from where I live, and Martinsville's like 5.
And Martinsville's
so I have to stay overnight.
Yeah.
If I was to ever go to a race, my biggest chance of being in the third one, like in Michigan,
decided advantage in just a few moments because the car will run quite
back in...
I want to go to a race. I haven't been to a race since 2017. I need to go to one.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a race at all yet.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, y'all need to get back,
this
man.
Point in the race, it is fuel stops that are the order of the day in the Winston Western 500 in Riverside, California. We had a moment.
Now that I'm working, it's a lot easier for me to get more money. So I could probably buy some tickets, but at the same time, there's like a lot of stuff that I would buy. But anyways, this is not about me.
Oh, Mike, can you do the Mr. Krabs money?
Money.
Bruh. Alright.
Whoa, what?
For a moment, Terry Labonte had the lead, but he's giving it
As,
looks to me like number 9.
Well, I act like a crackhead sometimes, you know this, Cam.
I'm trying to hold it together, but, yeah, let me try. Money.
Oh, Mr. Krabs!
Yeah.
I misheard you.
Cam, I want to hear you try it.
I have money.
Good luck.
What made you decide to open a Krusty Krab right next to the original? Money.
Dude, what are we doing right now, bro? We're like, we were making Mr. Krabs.
There's Earth.
I know I sound like I'm saying a bad word. I'm not trying to. I just don't know how you pronounce the guy's name.
Yeah, just try not to say the word. Okay, I'm over here wheezing. Dadgummit.
I need to have the push to start.
Dude, I got a headache. Bro, we went from Mr. Krabs breakfast to like almost saying the word.
No, I said it earlier, and I'm like, oh, crap. It sounds like I'm saying that word.
Yeah. Twitch, please don't ban me.
Money.
There is a fine racer, and he's won 14 out of his last 19 episodes.
What the heck was that?
Super job. We've learned
My SpongeBob laugh practice.
Oh my goodness.
Why are we doing SpongeBob impressions? We're watching a NASCAR race.
I'm getting $5.
That car's still sitting there from earlier.
Mike's sounded like a car just wheeling, bro.
Oh, it's not that bad.
It was pretty bad, Mike.
Dude, you sounded like a dying cat.
I have to rewatch that probably.
Yeah, this is closed caption for those that don't understand.
Mad Boys
What
bloopers.
I need is a whip and a chair and a Frank Buck hat. Here's Jeff Bodine back in front. Now Rusty Wallace has come to second with Dale Earnhardt third.
Hey Mike, is there any way you could check the stream on your phone and see if it's still going?
Trading those 5 and 4 point laps. George Fulmer got a lot of laps under the
Now, who do you think's been the worst driver of the race so far?
in 4th and 5th spot. These are the guys.
I don't know. They've really shown the leaders, so I'm not entirely sure who the worst would be.
I'm gonna go that Jocko guy.
He hasn't done anything. I gotta say, Michael Waltrip, because he's spun out twice and he had that pit road incident.
Earnhardt trying to make amends for never
Yeah,
having won this race.
I have to agree with that.
12th win of the season.
Yeah, I agree
Looks
with
like
that.
he may be ready to next 30 or 40 laps to get right up here and mix it up with this man. Bodine originally.
Well, you're right so far, Cam, in regarding the cautions. There hasn't been much. I mean, there's been a couple spins, but there hasn't been anything crazy.
But can we stay green the whole rest of the way is the question.
I say no.
Mike,
There's too much time left in the race.
Mike, that was everyone's thought. That was everyone's thoughts in SCS at Michigan. That was everyone's thought. Can it go green the whole way?
Dale's going to have to pit pretty soon, and that's going to put him
I
back
just would
on
like to
sixth.
say, look at the amount of like commercials there's been. There's not really been too many.
These guys are cut out of the video too.
Well, I know that, but they would say we're going to commercial break. Here's the leaderboard, and I've only seen that like 2 or 3 times.
NASCAR's really spraying me with the ads. You know, we already had 4 now.
Have you? Are you?
No, I'm talking about the actual race cam.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
Are you in?
Like how like corporate it is.
Are you in in an ad right now?
Oh, no.
Okay. Just
That was what I said, yeah.
I thought he said there was another ad. I was like, oh crap.
No, but I'm sure one time.
That's the start of the race. That's the start of the race. Oh, I got an ad.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm gonna start getting mad if I get one. I'm telling you. Like, really. I'm at my edge.
It's another ad.
Now see if we can get interval between first and second.
Okay, can we predict when Cam's next ad will be? I predict it'll be in 5 minutes.
I'm gonna say the 1 hour mark.
Now, I'm gonna go 1 hour and like 10 more minutes.
I'm gonna say 1 hour and 10 seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 1 hour and 5 seconds.
There's number 3, Earnhardt. Earnhardt's in 4th, and right there you saw.
I have a feeling it's gonna come up real soon, guys.
Of Benny Parsons, which is running in 5th.
You know, some of the cars actually have damage. You just haven't seen where the damage was really from.
Benny's always been one of
I
those.
knew Shepard had damage.
He comes here, he gets around very well. He's come close to winning several times. He finished second to Bill Elliott when he
In-car camera that's glitchy.
Oh, the noise too.
Working at it up at turn number 6, closing up on the Red Baron car.
The Red Baron pizza car.
Ken Schrader, who won here
Gosh.
yesterday. Schrader
Oh,
came
camera
home
cut out.
victorious. And
Oh, that
yesterday
14
afternoon
with
countdown
a similar font to the Stuart Haas font.
One of the
What's
West
that?
Wait, where you guys at?
Remember, there's a war within a war.
We're at
West Coast
57.
5705.
Holy
try to
crap,
show
no
their
wonder.
stuff.
Well, I think the West Coast people had their feelings
Alright,
hurt a
I'm
bit.
back now. I'm back
Here comes the
I
West
was
Coast
like,
people
dang, I was
into
like, I
their
haven't seen the
home
car
town, and they
yet.
get all the credit. And I tell you, these boys have done a good job for themselves.
Trying to show their colors and get up in here. It's been some time since they've had a winner out here. To go back to the Alfalfa Farmer, was it? The last one that won out here.
14 car rolling off.
Rusty Wallace got by Ricky Rudd.
Their battle for second place.
Let's remember that Ricky Rudd changed 4 tires when a lot of those people chose to change 2, and Buddy pointed out immediately, he said, that was a good call, and you watch Ricky Rudd come up through the crowd, so now I know why Buddy Baker's so smart and not or something owns the race team. Congratulations.
There you go. You just watch him going into 9 here. He'll put a move on him if you're not careful the next couple of laps. That car's flying into 9.
And the other one that's flying is that blue and yellow colors, the Richard Childress car running just.
Yeah, there's been a lot of discussion so far this race. It's going to be very interesting to see how I'm going to edit this video. I'm going to have to watch the whole thing a couple times to edit it.
Gets you good. Here's Pat Patterson.
Ken Schrader came out to Riverside and practiced a lot earlier last week to try to get ready.
Is that
for this
Parker
one. He's got
Kilgerman?
problems this afternoon. It's the
I know, right?
on his car that's going to slow him down, so you may keep an eye on him in the tower as you see him having a hard time getting in and out of the pit area.
Struggle for second place here. Wallace's Pontiac under heavy challenge from car number 15, Ricky Rudd. Dale Earnhardt just watching as these two dish it out, coming up through the S's another time. Wallace wanting his second roadway.
You can hear the tires screeching.
Here now. Here we are back into turn number 8. Ricky's going to show it. Now, those tires are going to go away after a while in this kind of a skirmish. Richard Petty, car number 43, is on pit road. He's running 11th on the field right now. 311 miles, 500 kilometers the distance today.
Look at that hat. He looks the exact same as he does today at 82.
He just threw water out of his car.
That would be a penalty.
It looked like one of those paper cups, though.
And battle on that second place battle, I think, is getting pretty good right now as Rusty Wallace.
All right, boys, we're at the 1 hour mark. We're coming up on it.
Oh, one car was smoking there a little bit, but there's Davey.
And there's Davey Allison. Davey Allison hasn't had a call in some time. Is not having a good day. Davey Allison running back outside of the top 15 at this time. Right in front of him is Jimmy Means.
Jimmy Means was like the Ryan, or I wouldn't say Ryan Newman, but he's like the Bill Rose of Winston Cup racing back then, because he was just But June Means was always a lap down or so, and he'd be blocking.
Stays first on a beautiful day in Riverside, California. Here you see the turn 8. Ricky Rudd is in second, and Rusty Wallace is in third. We discussed Jeff Bodine's feelings about the possible
And Davies gonna get lapped.
Here's some other insight he gave us.
A lot of tradition, a lot of history behind this track. I won a race here, and I thank God I have. Now I have a pole here, and so that's good. I want to come back many, many years and win more races, win more poles, so I don't want to see it go.
But go, they say it will. The last Winston Western 500 is this day in California. You're watching it live.
Yeah, it's a shame they took down this track.
The NBA.
Such a shame.
Stays in the lead with a pretty healthy
They turned it into a mall, and then they destroyed the mall.
And Rusty Wallace in third.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it sucks.
And Earnhardt continues to
I
move
didn't
at
know
a
that.
very, very good clip.
Yeah, they got this track was honestly like
We've been
probably
checking
the
in and
best
getting
road
an
course in
update for
NASCAR
you
history,
as
in
to
my
the condition
opinion.
of those folks that were hurt on pit road.
I think I gotta agree.
On the Bill Elliott car. And
Yeah, it's a pretty
let's
nice
get to that
road
now.
course.
What have we learned, John?
There's a lot of turns, and there's a lot of
Hill
straight and narrow
has
paths.
a broken right arm, but everything else is fine.
It
Chuck's
runs
gonna be
pretty
fine.
smoothly.
Steve Caldwell was
Dale.
up a little bit, but he's fine. Butch Stevens has a broken leg. Everyone knows Butch.
Oh,
that,
Butch Stevens,
you buy all
one of the
race
guys
cars
in the
from him.
pit road
We're
incident
sorry
had
that
the
happened, but
broken
they're all
leg.
doing fine.
Well, that's good news.
Oh,
And
wow.
now we see Earnhardt on pit road, who had been running in fourth place. He's coming in, making a right side to going all
Dale
the way
Earnhardt
around
had
the
made
rubber
$6
here on
million
Dale
at the
Earnhardt's
time,
car.
but
So it's good
we
news
know
on
his
those
net worth was
people
way
that
more
were
than
hit
that
by a car
towards
on
the
pit
time of his
road,
death.
and not life-threatening, not life-endangering for those three.
Right. If you noticed, everybody on pit road notices how well Ricky Rudd's running now, making the four-tire change, and they're all going to that on the pit stops. It's only about
Jeff
4 or 5
Bodine has
more
to have at
seconds
least a
to change
20-second
the right
lead.
side, so everybody probably be
Oh,
changing
facts.
4 tires on stops instead of 2.
So Jeff Bodine stays out in front here in the Winston Western 500 as the laps continue in unreal. 49 laps now complete. More in a moment. Live
49.
from Riverside, California, watching the Winston West 500 and watching Dale Earnhardt here after his pit stop. He has been relegated to the 11th position on the field as he thrashes that big Chevrolet back, looking for his 12th win of the season toward the front of the field. As he continues to
There's
make
one car
his own
smoking
personal
there.
go at
But
Jeff
it
Bodine
didn't
in
show
first,
it.
Ricky Rudd in second, Wallace in third, Parsons in fourth, Terry Labonte in fifth. Let's take a look at other motorsports activities taking place this weekend around the nation and the world, and go to our GM Goodwrench Motorsports update.
Thanks, Ken. As you well know, the NASCAR season wraps up in Atlanta in 2 weeks. For
They don't have
a
this
series.
anymore.
This is the grand finale weekend. Just up the road in Pomona, the NHRA finals, which were rained out last weekend, are being held. Dick LaHaye and also Joe Amato battling it out for top fuel season honors. Cincinnati's Mark Oswald, the top qualifier in funny car. Also on that one, Bob Glidden, the 8-time national champ, once again the top man in pro stock. Yesterday
National
in St.
champ?
Petersburg, Florida, the
What?
Trans Am Series
Hey,
held
you.
their all-star.
It sounded like
event.
instead of
The
champ, he
Fast
said
Five
chimp.
Series champ
Bruh.
Scott Pruitt in the number 2
Oh, look at
car led
this
most of
race.
the way.
This is the
However,
St.
he ran
Petersburg
over some debris,
street course.
both right side tires. Teammate Pete Halsmer in the number 3 went from third to first, held off Elliott Forbes Robin to win a $7,000 first place prize. Not bad for about 13 minutes work. The final Trans Am event of the year is being held this afternoon. Incidentally, earlier this week, Lloyd Frink, the organizer of the IMSA race in West Palm, was arrested as part of a major drug bust in South Florida. Well, that's it for this GM Goodwrench update. Let's go back upstairs.
Oh, yeah, he got busted for a major drug bust.
Under caution only for debris, not a serious incident on the track. In caution, and Jeff Bodine made his pit stop, came back out again. This will bunch up the
Oh, look
field.
at that!
Check
Out
the
of
number cars.
pit
You see more
box
activity on pit road.
stop.
There you see the Waltrip car just in front of Elliott.
You also see the problem we have. They don't
He's
have
not
enough
even in the
room.
pit box
The
nowadays.
cars,
You get
there's
penalty for
3 or
that.
4 cars stacked in, 1 car sticking out.
Look at that! Look at Terry Labonte. He literally boxed it, or sorry, Martin, he boxed in Waltrip. What the heck?
Is down there.
And Elliott got screwed over a little bit, too.
Bruh.
That would be a penalty, no doubt.
This shows you how hard it was to pit at this track.
But all 3 cars were in here at the same time.
Yeah, that would have been a huge penalty. I cannot believe this.
And watch Darrell Waltrip come back out onto the
Just shows how much
racetrack.
more
He has
strict
another problem
NASCAR
besides the traffic jam. We've seen him get to the front.
But for
thanks to the
obviously
yellow
good
and the long
reasons.
caution early. He got trapped out of the pits by the ambulance. That let him get up to the front of the field. But the car's not handling the way they would like. like. Luke didn't practice, and he never got it quite right again all week. He was trying to get the ball and didn't. Now they hope that this yellow flag give him the opportunity to get the handling back and let him make a run at the leaders.
Thank you, David. 53 of 119 laps have been completed here today.
Now, they said there's only 90-some laps, but back in the 60s and early 70s, they raced here for 200 laps or 180 laps most of the time, which would take 5. Yeah, and it'd take them 5.5 hours to finish the race.
Oh my God!
I could never see that.
I would.
Of course you would, Christian.
I don't know. I mean, the driving would be just so hard. Like 5.5 hours, bro. Probably had to use the bathroom.
The Coke 600 this year was 6.
Well, with that, that's including caution laps. If you take away the caution laps, then it was probably like 4 hours, 5 hour race.
Yeah.
His debut, fairly auspicious. He may want to replace one of his own drivers out there.
Rick Hendrick was driving the 25 in this race because Tim Richmond had his medical problems, but Richmond was driving. He did really good in the 25 car before he died, but he died of AIDS. Oh, we got yellow.
His car, it saves him about $400,000 or $500,000 a year. He told me that earlier. So if Rick can eliminate drivers, he can save himself.
Well, he's back in pit road again, bro.
I know.
It's because they couldn't pit on the right side of the car because he's blocking Daryl in.
I think this could be a whole new deal.
Well, I can get Danny Schiff to drive the backup car. Then we got it covered, all the way.
I wouldn't go quite that far. I don't know if I'd put Danny in a car.
Here's number 44, the Billy Hagan car, and Billy is a pretty.
Now, I wonder who's leading. It was probably Rudd, right?
He's been
Yeah.
on that man.
Yeah, Rudd.
44 you just saw on pit road. The field is under caution. There you see them at least one more lap before they turn them loose here today, and we'll see Bodine first, Earnhardt second.
Oh, Bodin's
Rudd
leading.
Third, Wallace fourth, Benny Parsons fifth, Bobby Allison in sixth. And let's not discount the red and white colors of number 22 this afternoon. Terry Labonte's in seventh, Harry Ganda's in eighth, Ken Schrader ninth, Kyle Petty 10th, Darrell Waltrip is 11th.
Man, Waltrip went from
Bill
like
Elliott
4th to
in 12th.
12th
These are
because of
all
that
in
pit
the
stop.
lap. And 13th is Phil Parsons, the 14th, Morgan Shepherd.
Well, I think a great thing's starting to happen
Flashy.
because they found out.
Thank you, sorry.
Hal Needham says he can drive a car if Rick Hendricks can. All these people
This
are
is
starting.
67 of Buddy Arrington.
This track has caused a few sleepless nights for a lot of drivers, and particularly for this guy here, Buddy Arrington from Martinsville, Virginia. His first memories of this road course.
First time I came up here, so I had to do something. So I got in a road car. And I go out down and ride
And he
around.
only won like
I got,
once or never at all, I think.
I got balled up on my gear.
500 some starts.
When I got up on top of the hill, turn 8, I guess it would be. You know, you really make a sharp turn. You come right back, right just where you've been from. I almost kiss you real bumpy, you know. And here I go wide open. I didn't see the turn, you know. It's kind of a hump there. I'm still wide open when I get out there. And I got to turn right.
God, wasn't that
I
accident?
go right out through the boomage, through the mud and the dirt and everything else. And I come back. I thought, well, I won't forget that one. Go back out there and put my tires on, get my spoiler beat back up.
My tires
Go
on.
back and do the same thing again. And I thought, well, now what am I going to do here? So finally I got it down, but that's I always remember that. When I come to Riverside, that's my spot on top of the hill.
He's running 30th.
Well,
You know, Buddy Arrington drove the 5 car, the 5 Dodge Daytona wing car back in the
Buddy
1970s.
Arrington came to him yesterday afternoon. Phil Parsons had a problem. Did
He'll be
not
going to
qualify.
green soon.
Buddy Arrington asked him not to because if Phil did, Buddy would not make the race.
Well, you haven't got an ad yet, Cam, and it's at 1 minute and 1 hour and 9 minutes.
Oh, jinx. Just let it go.
A lot of fraternal
Let it
feeling
go.
among these
Let it do its
drivers,
thing.
and there's good news on that Elliott crew. There have been
I think YouTube's ads are like sleeping right now or
certainly
something.
looked life threatening when we saw it here.
Should be going green here.
Now we're back under green
Yeah.
again. Just
I always thought it was weird why they started the green flag back at this part of the track when they raced here. It was just very odd. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
And now you get a look at Alan Kowicki.
On board, Mike.
The viewpoint. Your
Yep.
in-car camera to show you
Look at that.
he comes
Gosh,
in
he's turned the wheel all the way to the
pretty easy
right.
at his job. 130, 180, well, 135 miles an hour in that part of the race.
Shift.
Makes it look real easy. Not that easy.
No.
Here they are, back to the line. With
Golly,
Bodine in
Bodine
first,
just ran away from everybody.
Ricky Rudd in third. There's a couple of lap cars, Ricky Rudd has wheeled around them.
Clean air.
And Ricky Rudd finds himself around Earnhardt on the sort out, going down to turn 9.
I'm surprised Bodine hasn't blown his engine out yet because of how hard he's pushing so early in the race.
Catching up to do.
Exactly.
Through the S's, all bunched up. Bunch of cars running in the lead lap here. Well over a dozen. We'll count them off for you. More than that. We now have 18 cars running in the lead lap in a bunch. This 119 lap event, 55 laps complete.
119 laps, I think is what they said, how long this race was.
Jeff Bodine, this man, the leader. He's got him back within his sights, and here comes Earnhardt in the yellow and blue car there in third spot. And behind them, that might be Rusty Wallace's car. There's Rusty Wallace's car. There's a lap car in between Earnhardt and Rusty Wallace. Following Wallace is Benny Parsons in the decaffeinated car, and then comes Bobby Allison, Terry Labonte, and Harry Gant. Interesting sponsors in Winston Cup racing these days. More and more food products. You always think of this as cars and tires and oils, aftermarket products. No longer so. Peacock car is half sponsored by Under Oils.
Well, I think what's happening in racing is that this thing gotten so expensive, you had to build special cars, special motors. You're even having to go to associate sponsors like a Detroit.
That's a cool graphic.
Like an Exxon. All these other companies must come in to help you pay the bill. But these companies are using this as a research and development department, and it's a little cheaper than building your own racetrack and abusing all your parts. So if you buy a part that comes off one of these race cars, it has been abused in front of America. So you do know that that part will hold up.
I don't think I want a part off any one of these cars after they finish today, however.
There is going to be a closeout sale right after this race, so if anybody's looking for cars, transmissions, motors, just meet us in the garage.
Jeff Bodine stays first. Ricky Rudd maintaining second with Dale Earnhardt in third. Rusty Wallace is fourth. Parsons fifth. Harry Labonte sixth. Bobby Allison in seventh. More in a moment.
I gotta add.
In the Winston Western 500.
Oh.
All right, that's ad number 5.
Number 9, Bill Elliott is up in there.
Oh, there's the Waltrips behind each other, or beside, almost beside each other.
Number 21. Then comes the 9 in 10th and the 17 in 11.
Kyle Petty's been running pretty solid so far this race. No one's really been talking much about him, but Kyle Petty was really good at road courses, especially Watkins Glen.
Right in front of them is Chad Little, the Winston West champion. And they say out here that he could be the next superstar to come to the West Coast. A lap being put on him by Elliott and by number 17. And
Not much is really going on right now to really react to.
I mean, there's been some passing, but none crazy at the moment. But been some passing.
Coming up to Darrell. Darrell just has a handling problem right now. I'm sure they'll try to adjust it on the next pit stop.
So Darrell Waltrip in the number 17, twice a winner.
It's a lot of lap traffic they're trying to get through, because back then on restarts, lap traffic usually started towards the front.
First major race right here
on restarts.
Back up in front of those leaders.
Well, Ken, down here in the pits, we want to update you a little more on the condition of the crewman, Dan Elliott, who was in the pits after that. We talked to him. He's left the pits now, and he's going to be looked at. He doesn't believe there's anything seriously wrong, but he wants to be checked out. He's complaining of a sore shoulder. I think that later in the race here, you won't see the number 9 car, Bill Elliott's car, come in at the same time that Darrell Waltrip's car or that Terry Labonte's car comes in here to pit, because they've had to work out a little arrangement. They're going to share pit crewmen. They can't all pit on the same lap.
Well, there you see Bobby Hillen's car in serious trouble. Front end ripped up, and now he's coming to a halt where he is. That's a very precarious place. They may have to put a caution.
I went to go get some water, but it looks like Bobby Hillen stopped on the track.
I believe they will have to come after him because he's sitting in a terrible spot. He's trying to get back, I think, off the track. But the
I got 30 yellow here.
Look at the smoke billowing out.
Darrell Waltrip's trying to get by this guy.
He's got some serious problems beginning to develop there. That number 35 bar. Right with him.
No yellow? Question mark.
He tries to reel in old Wild Bill up there in the number 9. Elliott has not had an all-bad weekend here. Bill, of course, had the misfortune on pit road there just a little bit earlier. Last night, Bill Elliott and Rick
Okay, they did throw the yellow.
Star ran a 150-lap enduro on a quarter-mile racetrack up the road here with 200 cars in it. They put Mears and Elliott up on
Said 200 cars.
Started them. Well, 200 cars fills the entire racetrack, so Elliott was lapping people in turn one. Mears dropped out early. Elliott finished second in a photo finish on the last lap, won $500, got up.
Hey guys, I'll be back. I'm gonna go get me some water, okay?
It's a pretty cool story they're talking about right here. There's a 200 car lap race.
Now here's Alan Kowicki running, hoping to get himself
a
chance at bigger
It's
things
glitching,
in
though.
1988. Rookie of the year last year, still seeking that first win and building a team inch by inch, brick by brick, to be one of the real stalwarts in Winston Cup racing. Young man from Milwaukee.
I'd like for you to just look at what we have up front. Jeff Bodine's a great road racer.
Well, they didn't throw the yellow, but the yellow in that one turn.
Wallace is aggressive. Benny Parsons is smooth. Terry Labonte's one of the best. Bobby Allison's one of the best.
It's crazy they didn't throw a full course yellow. They would have thrown a full course yellow nowadays for a car stopped on the track.
Halfway point, we got good quality cars up front, and everyone's running close together. It's
50 laps in, who's running order?
And that's for you fans who follow some of these.
Jeff Bodine, of course, been dominant. Ricky Rudd,
You know if your contender is still in this race, and we'll shortly give you.
Benny's up in the top 5.
So you have a pretty good overview of how things.
Bobby Allison, of course.
They took Benny twice.
Well, Benny Parsons twice. Harry Gann.
8 cars are
Daryl.
on the race so far, and 7 are Winston West cars.
Bill Elliott.
Because
Kyle
they're
Petty.
not as used to the
Darn
pressure
Hart.
as the Winston Cup people, and their cook just isn't as sanitary as what you see.
Morgan Shepherd after spinning out, very impressive. Rick Wilson's still there.
Oh, now we got a full course yellow.
Harold Kinder puts it out for the 3rd time today, 3rd caution.
Richard Petty, Jeff Bodine pits during the caution.
Bodine immediately dives on pit road.
Well, he probably needed to.
Rudd, Earnhardt, Wallace,
I mean, he had been out there for like, what, 30 laps at least?
Yeah.
All taking this opportunity to fuel and take
And
our
Davey
time.
Allison's the first car lap
If they
down in
stopped here, they
20th.
still have one more
But
return
yeah,
to pit
it's a
road
lot of
before the
cars
race is over if it's
that are lap
green.
down.
The record for this race was set by Darrell Waltrip at an average speed of about 107 miles an hour. That one went caution-free, not cased it in.
Now, here's where a great pit stop can help you so much you can't believe it. There's 12 or 13 cars running close. If you can pop off one of those 12-second stops or a good 4-tire stop, you for sure are going to gain 4 or 5.
George Moore.
Rusty Wallace is always
Harry
been one of his
Galante.
secrets. It's a great pit crew. Earnhardt the same way. Let's just check, see who comes out front.
Jimmy Megan.
First one out, I believe, was Bodine in the number 5. Gary Nelson's crew doing a damn job. So, caution is on the track.
Yeah, I'm back.
Report is debris.
Yeah, there was a debris caution, just letting you know, Cam. They just went to pit
Oh,
road.
yeah, I was wondering. I thought
Crew,
something
the
happened.
word is that those 3
Yeah,
injured
Bodine
are
hit.
not as seriously injured as we first thought they might have been. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Well, the greatest drivers and some of the fastest cars in the world are circulating rather leisurely fashion around Riverside Raceway. Here we are under caution, and all leaders have been on pit road. We're here in the STP Pit Communications Center, and we've just got word of
You know,
some
Benny
swapping
Parsons, after he
positions
got
here.
done
As a
racing, I
result
think Benny
of the
Parsons'
pit
last
stops,
season was either
specifically the pit
87 or
road,
88
the
driving, and then
Johnny
he
Hayes
became a
pointed out,
broadcaster.
a good
He was
pit
really
stop.
good, too.
Earnhardt enabled him to beat
Yeah.
Ricky Rudd back out onto the racetrack. So it's now Bodine, Earnhardt, Rudd, Wallace, and Benny Parsons out here in 5th. Was it Buddy that talked earlier? I think it was Johnny who talked earlier about road racing experience. Benny Parsons got some good experience in that 55 car this week.
Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
By him stopping out here, they got him going. He's heading down to pits now and should be coming out probably out to you on the racetrack pretty soon.
So we have 18 cars in the lead lap, Jerry, and I think that as we get down for a start here, we should see a tremendous battle up in front between Bodine
That's corner
Earnhardt
car.
and Rudd.
Front
See
end.
if Wallace
Still
has got all
raceable.
his stuff sorted out, and now number 8 is
Looks
coming
like
out.
looks like a
Jerry
car
reported
from
Bobby
like
Dillon coming
Bristol or
back onto the
Marsville
track.
back in the day. Like they would always
Being
bend
held
up their
at the
front
top track,
bumpers.
He may have entered through the back entrance into the pits, and that's a penalty of 1 lap if you do so.
Alright, here
Ready
we
for a
go.
green flag and back underway once again. Here they are coming down. Pace car pulls
Well, I
over.
thought this would be the last caution, but I could be wrong.
Last caution. I don't know. We still got like an hour or so, but here comes Dale Earnhardt
As they come down, they're
trying to
side
take the
by
lead
side.
away.
There's Earnhardt, the yellow brown blue car. And the
Side by side, and look, there's Ricky Rudd there.
Rubbing a little bit.
Bodine stays first.
Good.
Ricky Rudd in third.
Nowadays,
Back
drivers
to turn
complain
number
about
9. You're watching it live.
Exactly.
Here comes
Denny
Earnhardt
Hamlin.
on the inside.
Oh, he hit him.
Looks like he almost tried to dump him.
He comes after him
Oh wait, I
again.
think I've seen
He
this.
comes right back
Yeah,
on
I've
him
seen
again.
this too.
Great
This
racing,
part, and
great
I like
This is
that.
one of the most iconic moments.
Still even. And
Yeah,
Bodine
Dale Earnhardt
isn't
and Ricky,
giving. Who's gonna get
Dale Earnhardt,
round?
Jeff Bodine, probably.
This will be good.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Well,
Oh, look at that.
Red Bulls.
That's racing right there. I don't care what you say. Somebody would have won, guaranteed.
Ty
Hamilton
Gibbs.
probably.
And Rudd is right there watching.
Second, Jeff, second. Get it, get it.
Dale Earnhardt in first. Jeff Bodine in second. Ricky
Yeah,
Rudd
Earnhardt
there,
definitely
Rudd
damaged
in
the
fourth.
left side front, but it's still going.
What do you do, buddy, when that happens? Does your temper flare, or do you just say, well, that's okay?
What temper? I have no temper. I'd just run right straight back into him. It's been all over for both of us.
They're talking to Buddy Baker, if I'm correct, is in the booth also in this race.
Damage on the nose of that car, left side. Let's look at it from another angle. This attempted pass here in turn 9. Earnhardt gets in. Bodine.
Almost
That's
dumping him.
two times before this year. Sets him a little sideways, and Bodine just picks
I
it
love
up.
this
You'd think he was
aggressiveness.
back at the old Chemung Speedway.
Same.
Up
This
in
is
New
always
York
back.
as he gathers the car back.
Ross
up and keeps on
Chastain's
trucking.
helping bring that back.
On the grass to get under it.
Look at this move.
Oh, that was a good pass by Jeff.
This is Bodine right back on the inside, and he goes back into first place underneath Dale Earnhardt.
He's going to get a run though off turn, off this turn.
What? Don't you love racing? Yeah!
Here they are, back across the line, and everybody
Here we
at the start
go.
finish line
Oh.
on their feet. His car
They
number
about
5,
lost it
Bodine,
there.
has retaken first place. Earnhardt the second, Ricky Rudd the third. In some of the best moments this race has had.
It's cold chill time for me.
Ken, I noticed some damage to the left front fender on Earnhardt's car. It may be rubbing. just
He's
a
still
little
all
bit.
over
You
him. He's
never
going
know.
to try to
He's
get
really
past
on the attack.
coming up.
You think his crew is talking to him about it?
No, they don't.
Here he
know
comes.
Earnhardt. He does all the driving.
Yep.
And,
Bodine shuts the door a little bit.
Richard says he just lets
Nice
him do
blocking.
his job. And they try to do theirs in the pit. So one of the best crews.
White knuckle time up in front here between Bodine, Earnhardt, Ricky Rudd,
So I try to
and Wallace.
get a run on him on the straightaway, but
Picture about 5 car lengths
he
back
probably
from
won't
this
get
pair
back
that
to him again until
continues to
turn
lead.
9.
It's about an 8 car length interval now. Down the back straightaway as Bodine just sails away from Earnhardt. There's Wallace back in fourth. Bobby Allison in fifth. And
Bodine's got some
Harry
serious
Dean still very much a part of it.
I think
Yeah.
Mr. Bodine might have just showed us what he has.
Ricky Rudd's been pretty fast race as well.
A lot, and he's probably going to run off now. He says, I'm going to leave Earnhardt back there to hit somebody else.
Well, a lot of times these situations when you touch
He
it
said, I'm
like
going
that,
to leave him
NASCAR
back there
may
so
walk
you
down
hit
to you and
somebody
say,
else.
Hey, boys, we're not going to put up with that. You know, that's happened before this sport because Dale was all over, and then all of a sudden he drops back 3 or 4 car lengths. I'm not sure that he hasn't covered that much. I got a feeling Dale has pulled back a little bit.
Oh,
and I'll
they were
catch you
sideways
when it
there.
counts.
Doesn't make any difference.
Here's Pat Patterson.
Well, just exactly what you said, Johnny Hayes. It was a situation where the NASCAR official came down and had a little
Now things are getting
conversation
close for the
with
lead.
Rich Childress, the car owner. Now, what he said, we're not sure, but I don't think he
Oh,
was having,
here he
exactly
comes.
what was going on the racetrack. So you're
And
right.
Bodine shut the door on him again.
Now this is called hard-nosed racing right here.
Earnhardt is
I know.
right back up on Bodine. He tried him at turn 6, which is a very
Come on,
difficult
bump him.
pass.
He's like
Stayed
right
right
on
with him through turn 8.
Bump him.
Here they are coming back out onto the racetrack, and this is
See,
advantage.
Bodine has the straightaway speed, but Earnhardt has the corner speed at the moment.
Earnhardt is an extremely
Right.
hard driver. He doesn't do this.
I think
on
Earnhardt
purpose.
knows
He's
if he
just
tries to
racing
bump him in
try
the
to
corner,
win.
it's going to screw
He got
himself
into
too.
him a little bit, but he seems to be holding.
Yeah, he's
Earnhardt
not like
up with
Noah
his
Gragson.
not-
Yeah.
Noah.
Contact. There's nothing deliberate against Bodine or anyone else. He just wants to win.
When you get bad at another race driver, how long does it take you to get over it?
Well, as soon as that.
But that the speed in the corner there, Earnhardt didn't really gain too much.
You know, if they spin you out, then it lasts for a little bit. The one thing I do question is the cool down lap that NASCAR gives. If you're leading a race and they bring you in for a cool down lap, you're not going to cool down.
Based, buddy.
One of the stories we talked about at Rockingham last week is this guy's crew, number 3 Dale Earnhardt. Rumors
He said, I don't get the point of the cooldown lap.
going to leave the team.
Alright. There's a chance. Holy crap, they're sliding across.
Earnhardt has really gotten
My
Bodine
goodness.
through that.
Oh,
Bodine seems to be
is Bodine going to shut the door?
He about spun.
Wow, he almost spun there. Great save.
What a save. And almost had a chance to get him, make a move on, but just can't.
I mean, they're pulling
much of a dominant car.
Yeah, they're pulling away from everyone else at the moment. They're still close, even though Bodine gets the straightaway speed.
Well, here they are, still
Wallace fourth, Bobby Allison fifth, Benny Parsons is sixth.
Earnhardt is faster in the beginning corners, but in the later corners, Bodine is better.
Yeah.
The horsepower advantage would seem to be with that
Earnhardt's like right on the apron here in turn 9. And then he slides up some.
But in the corners, look at him reel it off. Earnhardt peeling off that ninth turn back across the start-finish line.
Woo, NASCAR!
Turn number 1. We asked Dale Earnhardt, what's the most difficult part of this race for you?
All right, boys, we got an hour left.
Yep.
The main thing is just being smooth and straight on the course. The S's are tough sometimes.
Y'all think Earnhardt can catch back up to Bodine here in the next 2 laps?
I do.
Maybe.
Present problems and
Well, here he is, almost.
be smooth and be consistent.
He's really good in turns in like the 4th turn there, 4th and 5th.
Yeah.
I think Earnhardt's going to make it back up there, but I don't know if Earnhardt's going to pass him.
Yeah, he just keeps getting there, and then he can't quite pass.
Because Bodine is settled in. You can tell he's in his zone right now. And I just feel like it's going to be hard to break him.
And then Ride Into the Danger Zone would be a good song for this race. Just so you could play that while they were battling.
Yeah.
Earnhardt's car all year long on the short track,
But,
then the dominant Ford.
Yeah, I think it's definitely
Worn down.
one thing. A rule in NASCAR that I feel like no one really talks about. But Earnhardt rule, like it's confidence. Like it's scary is when a driver gets comfortable where they're at. And so it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
And I mean like really settled. Like jump over.
Dale Earnhardt takes the lead while when they went to commercial, the Fox moment. Oh yeah, here it is. Here's the famous. Here's the famous
the pass in the grass.
Yep.
Oh, wow. And he didn't get a time penalty for that too. That's insane.
Yep, this famous clip. He just goes through it.
Imagine if someone did that now. Can you imagine how livid NASCAR would be?
Goes out in front. Then
Bodine's like, where the heck
would
did he
really
come
be
from?
bad is Formula 1.
Oh, Formula 1 too. They're so strict in Formula 1.
Don't get me started on Formula 1, please.
It's kind of annoying. And sometimes when I'm in chats and people always bring up Formula 1, I'm like, can y'all talk about something else?
Dude, I have a NASCAR chat. I know you're in it, Christian.
Yeah.
And most of the time, like, yeah, they'll talk about NASCAR and they'll talk about other stuff. But a lot of the time, they bring up, like, Formula 1.
Yeah.
And, like, at first I'm like, hey, like, I'm not trying to sound like, you know, an a-hole, but can you not bring up Formula 1? And it just happened so much, I was just like, you know what, screw it, I'm tired of trying to be a Nazi.
Bruh. Yeah.
Christian will cut that out, I know he will.
Yeah, but you're risking it with Twitch right now, bro. But, anyways, yeah, Formula 1 is just, I'm kind of tired of it being in the NSCS chat, too, when they bring it up. That's why I renamed the chat NSCS Formula 1 chat at one point. And we battle for the lead again.
Hey, Christian, are you going to cut some of this out, or?
I'm going to have to cut out some of this for sure.
Oh, okay, well, I'll just say this now. I am not a fan of Formula 1. I know you know that, because they're whiny. I don't think the racing is very good.
Yeah, I agree.
All they do is talk about politics. The same people win every race. I know it's sometimes the same thing in NASCAR, but it's worse than Formula 1. I just cannot stand Formula 1. And there's no, I know that this is a slight gripe, but like, to root for an American driver, there's no American driver besides an F2.
Well, that's ad number 6, if I'm correct.
Yeah. Where you guys at? 134-15.
134-19.
It's just like, I don't know. 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 It's just like, I don't I don't really like it anyways because there's always arguments about it. Like NASCAR, yes, there's arguments, but it's like people can kind of be civil. While there, they can't. But all right, I'm here.
People can be civil in the NASCAR community? What?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Hold on, time out. You're saying the NASCAR community is worse than F1 community?
No,
but I'm saying that they can't be civil all the time. I think the F1 community is way worse.
NASCAR community complains every race.
I'm saying like NASCAR community has way more like there's more chilled out people. While like I feel like the chances of you running into someone and from F1 that just wants to like talk the most crap and like be the most toxic is like so much more higher.
You're right.
All right, let's get back here.
But you can count it down.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's still good battle for the lead. They've been changing the lead the last couple laps.
No, he has to drive his own race now. He has to get Earnhardt back.
They're trying to get the bumper again.
I think he could probably feel.
Where's third? I can't even see him. Well, they're way far back.
Yeah, they're getting together all the time through the S's, and the way they sling those cars. I mean, you talking about racing.
Hey, Mike, can you check the stream real quick?
Sure.
Thanks, bro.
You know, John, you're talking about you never saw anybody do that. But
by the way, I got a monitor, so I'm gonna probably use that in the future. I'm just gonna have 2 monitors for whenever I record videos now.
We're still up, Christian.
That's good. Any people in there? Probably not.
It said one, but I'm not entirely sure if there's anybody in here.
The one person might be you, so.
I don't know. It said that even before I entered the stream.
Yeah.
All those old people, I love them.
Whatever. At least they're not talking because that kind of screws with the video.
Well, my Twitch channel's dead like my YouTube channel, so. Oh, there we go.
Winner here in 1983, and Jerry Garrett has the story.
Well, Ken's.
I'm working on a video right now, so I'm gonna probably upload it like tomorrow or Saturday.
Just physically knocked him off the track. And squashed the header pipes flat. They're down here with a torch now, trying to cut the header pipes out.
Oh, look at that camera view of the mechanic.
The car will still run. Hopefully, get back out there. Got a lot of points at stake.
Indeed, that's a cool view.
Very cool view.
They wouldn't show the bottom of the cars now.
Work continues back in the garage area on Bill Elliott's car. Here you see the
but like an actual close-up of what they're doing on the car.
Jeff Bodine.
Yeah.
No, a lot of times
you see Ricky Rudd in third, and right behind him is Rusty Wallace, and they don't gain.
My right foot's falling asleep.
I think they're sitting on something. Both 15 and 27, waiting for further on in this race to show them.
How's that for a shot of the tire marks from Earnhardt on the side of Bodine's car? Hats off to the cameraman for that. My question again to you guys in the booth, it's pretty obvious here, I think, that Jeff Bodine's got a whole lot more steam in his car because Dale Earnhardt. Down that backstretch, Bodine's just gobbling him up. He
looks like he's trying to pull away from Earnhardt a little bit. He's not looking as fast. Yeah, see that corner, he would catch him right there, but he didn't catch him that time.
Buddy Baker?
Well, I think they're tough cars, both of them. They wouldn't be in the point standings as well as they are.
Oh, Mike, did you watch the new Dale Jr. download episode with Tony Erie Jr.?
No.
It's a good one. It's a pretty good one, I'll say that.
I think what Earnhardt's doing now is relaxing a little bit, sit back a little bit.
Oh yeah, that was kind of funny.
But I think Earnhardt's going to sit there and relax, let the tires cool down.
Did y'all?
Then here he's going to come back again and ambush him from the side.
Dylan's a pretty nice guy, but like, the reality TV show, at first I was kind of like, oh, this is going to be cringe. Yeah, there were some cringe moments. I've watched like 2 episodes, but it's not too bad so far.
But Phil Parsons, and I did say, Phil?
If we should watch, if all 3 of us should watch the entire season and review it.
They wouldn't allow us. We couldn't put it on YouTube. They would take it down.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, we won't watch it on video. We'll just review it for an episode.
Okay.
I just don't like how Hollywood is. It makes us look like more of a blind
Marcus, 16th, Rick Wilson, 17th is Richard Petty.
Watch it because personally I have no desire to watch it because I agree with Cam's point of that it way too Hollywood, and it looked like an actual reality show compared to like a documentary show.
Yeah, well, it's not like a day in the life. No, they're like doing like stupid fun little games on the show, and they're having like fake little drama. It's just like.
Well, have you watched it, Cam?
No, but like, have you not seen like something like the what is it called? Like previews of it.
Now, the first 2 episodes, there wasn't really any drama stuff. Now, one of the characters, or one of the, no, I wouldn't say characters, but one of the people in it is Austin's best friend, which is one of his tire changers, and his wife. And
Gas Man.
No, I'm pretty sure it's gas changer or tire changer. But his wife's in the show, and she was pregnant at the time. I think the first 2 episodes was right before Daytona, and there hasn't been anything bad. I mean, it's just been pretty solid. They had a pit stop competition in episode 2, and they were preparing for the 500. There wasn't anything bad though, or anything cringe.
Like I said, pit stop competition, just little games. They have big drama that they add in there, I'm sure of it.
Well,
I 100% think that the reason why Austin Dillon is in that show is because he drives the car. No one can take my mind on that.
See, I don't like F1, but I like how F1 had that Drive to Survive thing.
Yeah,
I think that brought a lot of viewers to them. NASCAR needs to do something like that to show the technical aspect of the sport, because if you look into it, it's really, really cool.
Back in 2003, they had a NASCAR.
Isn't that Drive to Survive thing?
Yeah, they had.
Isn't that Drive to Survive thing, or like that F1 TV show? Isn't it on Netflix?
It's on. Yeah, it's on Netflix.
I remember watching.
They gave Bubba something like that.
Well, I know they did a thing in 2000.
They gave Bubba something like that, like a documentary. Hello.
Yeah. But 2003, they had a NASCAR doc. They did Road to the Daytona 500 in 2003. That was pretty fun to watch. They need to do that again. Mike's parents probably knocked on the door.
No, it was because I was trying to talk and you kept talking.
No, you interrupted me. You interrupted me, though.
No, you interrupted me. You interrupted me. I was talking.
I don't know about that, but okay.
Mike goes, hello. Hello.
Mike got mad. Oh man, but anyways.
You guys both started talking.
We're down here with following Sterling Marlin's problems again, and it's a shifter once again.
Now, do you think anyone's going to catch Jeff Bodine?
Second and third there for a while, then he got fourth.
No.
Maybe Rusty or something. I don't know.
I'd
have to see where I'm still pretty convinced that Rusty's going to do a good
Rick
job.
Hendrick is with me. Rick, sorry to see you out of it. What happened on the car?
We were just trying to ride along and wait for the last 25 laps, and something came off of a car up there in the S's, and I ran over it, and I heard a big bang, and then there was a lot of oil up under coming up through the car.
Dale Earnhardt fell to 4th.
A little bit, but it busted the bell housing and tore it up pretty good underneath.
You were a little nervous about this thing today, but you got out there and you mixed it up pretty good with those guys. It looked like you were having a good run.
Yeah, well, we were where we ought to be. I didn't want to get a lap down, but that happened, and Harry, I wasn't sure how much I could go on the brakes, and I felt great. I think I could drive another race now, but we were just waiting for the last 30 laps and then try to go hard, and just didn't get there.
Well, you can get out and pull for your other drivers now. That's Rick Hendrick.
I hope they win. I'm rooting for them. Thank you.
Rick Hendrick, who gave us those great shots from the Superflow Motor Oil's in-car camera today, and now he's on the sidelines, and we're watching Earnhardt, who, as you saw there, has fallen back 2 positions. He has fallen back. Ricky Rudd and Rusty Wallace have moved by Dale Earnhardt, and he is now looking up from 4th. I would say his tires are off, maybe something more here.
Ken, the word down here at Pit Road is
not much really going on.
Piece of debris that Bill Elliott hit.
Nah.
The same piece of debris that Rick Hendrick
The good
hit.
part, just
Lots of piece of debris out there.
And I'm talking about costly pieces. They say
The Earnhardt lost a couple spots. And I don't know, his car, I mean, it's still fast, just like I don't know what's going on with it right now.
In car number 3, but right now he stays right with Wallace and right with car number 15. I wonder if that could be true. Would he be falling further back?
Well, I think something definitely has happened because he's fallen.
75 of 119 laps.
He is flying out there. He went by Ricky Rudd. Not many people have passed Ricky Rudd
Leaderboard.
on the green today.
And Wallace, who won at Watkins Glen, would certainly be in a good shot here as we get down to
That's kind of accurate because Wallace is in third now, but
I gotta add again.
Certainly has the crew that can do it.
Number 7, ladies and gentlemen. Number 7.
144.04.
Yeah, I'm in the same spot.
Give me a second. I'm at like 143 something. Right here, hold on. 144. 1, 2, 3. Alright, let me know when. Or countdown,
3, 2, 1, go.
Again, those brakes are working beautifully, and he can just
Kyle Petty's in 9th. Bill
They
Parsons,
have
10th.
found some kind of secret combination
Bill
on
Parsons,
brakes
yeah.
that works so hard on them. It's giving them that advantage.
Darrell
they need on the
Waltrip's
road
12th. He
course,
fell
and it's
back.
showing today.
Rick Wilson.
Hit or something, I'm not sure.
Again, that Bill Elliott said earlier that he thought maybe some pieces flew off
Joe,
of
man.
either Earnhardt or Bodon's car, so maybe the
Good
reason that
Marcus.
Earnhardt is
Petty
slowing
fell
down has
back.
something to do with a piece that fell off of his car.
Oh, 17 cars on the lead lap.
Car number 27, the Wallace car, is Rudd. Then Earnhardt
Smoking.
and
He's
now
out.
all of a sudden, something is really afoul. Car number 3.
Oh, Earnhardt has a problem.
Michael
Here you see Parsons
Yeah,
going by, and
Waltrip's
the motor
only a
maybe
lap
going away
down.
on
Wow.
car number 3.
I think I think the Earnhardt has a tire going down, I think.
Bobby had been running in 6. He'll take
Well, Mike,
fifth
you
here.
went from Dale Earnhardt to Jeff
Something
Bodine,
is
and now
amiss
Dale
on
Earnhart's
car
up.
number 3 as it slides back to the
Oh.
field. Whoops.
I mean, oh!
Thank you very much.
He just went right in the dirt like it was a rumble strip.
Let's go to Pat Patterson with the Richard Childress team.
Richard Childress here on the road. Richard, what's wrong with the car?
We lost the cylinder.
Oh, lost the cylinder.
Dropped the valve or something.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I feel like going through that dirt is worse when the dirt comes up and it gets in your face or it gets in front of you. I think that's worse than smoke.
I've lost a cylinder in my car before. That's not fun.
Fluid out of the car down the back straightaway there. If you
You can tell how much slower he's going.
Tires are really coated with some kind of fluids. He's losing more than just a cylinder, I believe.
So Dale
I thought he had
Earnhardt,
tire
who's
going
won
down
all
because of
these
the metal
years
on
to
the
win
tire,
this
but it's
race,
really
dating back to
something else.
1979 and 80, he had a second place. And of course, last year was runner-up. Not going to go his way again today. Coming down the backside of the racetrack, headed turn 9, and most of those leaders all the way back to 9th place Kyle Petty have now gone by him. And for sure, I believe he's already given a black consultation flag to pull on pit road because he is leaking something. NASCAR wants him in.
He's not on the pit road just by getting a black
Getting the
flag.
right now as he goes across the line there. He just was given a consultation flag to get it off the track. They want to take a look at that car as it may be putting some fluid down.
Dale's like, nah, fam, I'm gonna
So
keep out here on the
stay
track.
first. Wallace is now in the catbird seat, running the runner-up spot and ready to challenge
Well,
for the lead.
Benny Parsons now fourth, I think.
Look, Rusty. Look at Rusty, man. Telling you.
That is Dale Earnhardt, apparent motor problems on the guy who
I already know who won, so I'm not gonna say anything.
value hardware on Charger standings. Earnhardt has
There needs to be one race to react to that I don't know who wins.
But overall, for the $25,000 season's award,
But
absolutely
yeah, Earnhardt had a great season in '87 and '80, and he did well in
27
'80.
races.
Yeah, they raced 29, I think, in the Winston Cup.
11 wins. 36% of laps.
Look how many laps he led in '87.
So, if you think about that, 27 races, 11 wins. That means almost practically half the races of the wins.
And
Right.
3,000 laps led.
Dale Earnhardt, the story until now, but now it becomes the story of Bodine and Wallace here. Tremendous battle waged between Dale and car number 5, Jeff Bodine. Finally, it seemed to be almost too much. Cylinder gave in on the car. He's back out here.
Yeah, Earnhardt, he won the championship in '86 and '87, the back-to-back years, and if I'm correct, he won 12 races in '87 total, in 29 starts.
6 laps are now complete. 32 laps to go in the event here this afternoon, live on the Superstation. Bodine continues to just maul.
That's Ken Drader, I think, in the '90 car.
And he has a pretty good lead as we look at interval between first and second place. A handsome advantage that
He said a handsome advantage? What?
holding up. He has better than 10 seconds on the second place man, Rusty Wallace.
Hey, yo.
It's 3 or 4 seconds back to Ricky Rudd.
I want to hear Mike say Ayo. I want to hear his Ayo.
1 second. Benny Parsons.
Ayo.
What about you, Cam?
Hey, yo.
Alright, then here's me. Ayo!
And there they are. There is Terry Labonte right in front of Bobby Allison. In the car number 11. He will go up into the fifth
There's some
position.
Ayos for you right there.
And in that snarl of cars,
But
directly
anyways,
to 22.
wow, they're sideways battling for this spot.
Harry's having a good day after having a miserable season.
Well, Harry's had enough year. They were excited here. He's always run well here. He's usually had some kind of transmission.
Yeah, Terry
or
Labonte's won at
problem
Riverside
because
before.
he really
If
punishes
I'm
the
correct.
car, but it's held together so far. And I tell you, Kyle Petty's having a real good run. That's a great race there. All those cars are just locked in together, and anything can happen here. And you can certainly pick up a bunch of spots because we don't know what's going to happen up front.
About 40 minutes left in this video, or in the race.
Yeah.
So,
It's already, I can't believe it's already 12:24 at the time we're recording this. We started at 10:30.
yeah. Well, when we watched the Talladega one, that was like 3.5 hours.
It's Riverside, California's Winston.
That felt like nothing to me personally.
I did a Pocono live stream. Sorry, go ahead.
I think, oh, you're good, I'm sorry. I think this one feels more slower because it's a road course race. While
Yeah.
going by super fast. That one felt like an hour.
I gotta agree, Kim.
We just saw a lot of smoke.
Yeah, this road course race has been going by faster than most of them back in the day, because I've watched some, like from in the 90s and in the 80s. There were some that were like 4 hours long or so. So this one's pretty fast in comparison. But, yeah, I did a Pocono live stream, 92 Pocono race, and that was like a 4-hour race.
Winners, the Wood brothers in this 500. They won with Gurney in the early days. Of course, the last time they tasted victory was with Pearson. He won it back-to-back a couple of times. Wood brothers have Kyle Petty now, and he is in 8th place. Again, these cars are all in the lead lap. Terry Labonte pulling away.
Oh, there was a rebel flag canceled. Hashtag canceled.
Doesn't seem to be hampering his endeavor at this point. There's the number 22 car.
Just playing, by the way.
Allison in 6. Harry
That
in 7.
car.
Kyle Petty in 8. Those 4 cars pretty tight together, and there is some smoke coming out of the back of number.
Yeah, that was rear end smoke that time.
There's
Definitely
Rusty
rear end
Wallace. I
smoke.
think
And like we
he's
said
in
earlier,
second right now.
transmissions and rear ends, you get hard on him, so he does have a problem.
Second place man Rusty Wallace about 10 seconds back from the
10 seconds behind Bodine. That's crazy, bro. This is like the Road America race where the top two were like 20 seconds. Oh, hard skin lap.
This is the car that I won Watkins
Well,
Glen race with.
Ripper and Hart.
And it handles very well. And the road course is one thing I've been waiting for all year long. We've got one win under our belt. We really need another one. And this is our golden opportunity to get it right out here at Riverside.
There he is, and he's pulling right in behind the number 9 of Bill Elliott.
And Rusty Wallace won in the 27, and he won the 1989 championship.
Working on the header pipe to relieve some pressure there, got him back out. I'm sure the folks back in North Georgia,
Kyle Page trying to get by Harry Gant.
area, very concerned about those crew members that were run over down on pit road. They say it is non-life threatening, non-life endangering. That's the good news, but it was a serious situation. And
Oh, yep. Gant went high there and allowed Petty to get by him.
This Elliott racing team and this great Ford Thunderbird that has carried the last 2 races.
So far in this race, what would you give it from a 1 to 10?
Folks are at the Riverside Community Hospital.
Probably 7 or 8.
Right now they're all in stable condition.
I'm gonna go like
better
7.
news, Buddy Baker. Better news, Johnny Hayes.
Yeah.
Hard start to this race.
Yeah, I would.
Really was. Those boys are
Sorry, go ahead, Christian.
No, it's cool. Go ahead.
And we're staying at the same hotel.
Nah, you were talking before me. Go ahead.
I was just saying that I would give it like a 7.2.
Here's car number 11 showing a lot.
Yeah, it's just that this race went okay. I really am enjoying watching this. I know that we just did our recap of like what our takeaways were so far, but I'll say it again if you missed it. This track is just so interesting with like how fast the cars are going, how slick it is. But the problem is with me, and I've always had this problem with road courses, is we got Ricky Rudd blowing up. It looks like.
Yep.
Ricky Rudd's car, which is
Wow, that Let's just see if it's a yellow before I get to my point.
It'll probably be a yellow in a few, but
that's a shock right there. He had such a good car.
I don't think they're gonna yell it.
well, unless there's oil on the track and he's stopping, so. Oh, he's pulled off.
Yeah, that's a yellow.
He pulled off though, so they may not yell it.
Yellow flag is out.
Never mind.
Yep. I was gonna say because there's oil.
Well, there goes Bodine's
you see, Bodine's got some damage from when Earnhardt was rubbing him.
And here he comes flying in the pit road during the yellow flag. Nowadays, if you pit during yellow before they're open, you get penalized.
Yeah, right. I think this track's very interesting, not only for like how fast they're going and how it races, and also all the history behind it, which is so good. But how NASCAR is like so not as much strict with what's going on, like, not as much.
I
agree. Like, you know, I'm sure old timers look at us like being like, these kids are shocked that this is a yellow because NASCAR's gotten so much more prone to that stuff.
Yeah.
Right, I agree. I completely agree, Cam. But like going back to what I was saying, it was interesting how, you know, the cars were sliding around the track, how fast they're going compared to road course speeds nowadays. You only see them going about like 60 miles an hour.
Facts.
And this pit road speed, I know that we keep saying this, and you know, you're probably right. The old timers are probably looking at us like, man, you're surprised that was a caution? Back in the day, we just keep going.
This guy, such an L, bro. He just shuts down the track and puts a mall.
I'm not gonna lie, he looks like an L.
So stupid, dude.
Now, Christian, why did they shut down the track exactly? Was it poor attendance? Because it does not look like poor attendance.
It's so stupid, honestly. Like, they wanted to build some more houses that you see on this map, and they built a mall and a school near it, and it was so stupid, honestly, and it makes me mad talking about it, because this was such a great track, and they just ruined it.
I get that you want to have more housing and another school, but I feel like they could do it like away from the track. Like, you can have the track, but still like build the houses maybe from like a 5-10 mile radius from the track, not right where the track is. That's so stupid.
Yeah, and they had a mall as well. They put a mall on the track grounds, and then they just destroyed it later on.
20103.
That's 8. That's 8, guys. That's number 8.
Alright, I skipped ahead to 20112 when they go back.
I remember, like, we used to get, like, I've had a few comments anyways, saying how funny they were when we used to review paint schemes.
Yeah.
This is if you're here on the live stream, you're here the early one. We thought of getting all of your bad paint schemes, just roast.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, we got this like one really interesting idea that I don't think has, well, it's been done before, but not with the context that we want to do it with. And we've been talking about doing it for a couple months now, and I've been waiting to do it, but the problem is the people that we want to have on the video with us are busy, so we don't know when we're going to do it, but it's going to be a great idea for a video. Should I say what it is, or should I just...
No, we've given them enough.
But it's going to be a really cool video idea that I'm personally really excited to do whenever that happens. So, Christian, you need to give me an update on that off camera.
But right now there's Rusty Wallace in second. Wow, Benny Parsons is third right now. Didn't realize that.
Rusty Wallace is the challenger to Jeff Bodine.
Yeah, Bodine's obviously been the class of the field.
It's not like giving anything away. We just need to take a day where we just have a day where it's like no like NASCAR podcast like that. Like just a day where we just do all these special episode ideas that we want to do.
Then the sponsorship one.
Oh my
Oh, sorry.
Bruh. Mike be revealing every secret.
Christian's gonna cut it out, it's fine.
Oh, it's on stream though, so.
Oh, you're gonna
delete it.
delete it in like 24 hours.
Exactly.
No, I have to save it, then I have to like, well, then the full version's
It's
always,
gonna go on your computers though.
the full version always goes on YouTube as well, so, yeah.
And don't
Anyway.
put it on YouTube, cut it out.
Or dab on the haters.
Parsons is third, Rusty Wallace is in second.
Anyways, that was cringe.
It's fine.
They
There's
already
there. I
give it
really
after this restart. Johnny
When
Hayes,
it's fine, you're
going
gonna
back to
see
your
it
comment,
anytime soon.
but
You're gonna see it
Bodine has just bowled over the field again.
There's Kyle Petty going by Bobby Allison.
300 feet after just a couple of laps.
Bowdine's car
No reason to get.
extremely strong through 9 and a long
Well, anyways, back to
straightaway
this
on the back.
race.
Yeah, exactly.
Kyle Petty is really showing a lot of
One
muscle
car's
down
still on
there.
pit road. I don't know who that is, but they've been in pit road for 2 laps or so.
So we're inching toward a start with 98 laps complete.
98 of 199, so
What, 119?
21 laps to go.
In a cloud of smoke.
Okay.
Now 20.
At Riverside International Raceway, topside start finish line with Johnny Hayes and Buddy Baker. I'm Ken Squire covering the pits. Pat Patterson, Jerry Garrett at the STP Pit Center today. Dave Despain. We're getting an update. I was just talking to Chip Williams from NASCAR, and there is a late report on Charlie Hill, one of the 3 members of the Bill Elliott crew, injured in an incident on pit road, the first caution of the day, at lap 7 or 8. The latest report is that 35-year-old Steve Caldwell from Georgia, the Jackman, is in critical condition. Now, this
I didn't
is an
know that.
update we have just been given. The first report from the hospital was indicating no one was in critical condition.
Well,
and
now
that
there
the
is, but
latest word
anyways.
that has just been passed on by NASCAR. The other 2 people that
Yeah,
were
Kyle
injured,
Petty's
they
been
said
pretty
it was
strong
not
here in the second half of this
life-endangering nor
race. He's
life-threatening. That was
catching
Butch Stevens,
Benny Parsons right
36-year-old
now.
from Charlotte, North Carolina, the tire carrier.
Terry Labonte's
and
turned
Charlie
things
Hill,
around.
23 years old from Dawsonville,
Michael
Georgia.
Watts was a couple laps
Tire
down, but he's in the
changer
top
from there.
10
Dan
racing with
Elliott
those guys.
was also injured, but he was on his feet. They just took him in for
Well, I'm
checkup,
impressed with
and
Morgan
Dan is
Shepherd.
okay.
As you know, he
That is
did
the
spin
latest
out, and then he
report we have.
managed
If we
to
have
claw his way
anything
back
further
to the
report,
top
we'll
15.
pass it on to.
Richard Petty's having a
Petty, you
good
see the
run,
picture now,
which
watching
he
live.
struggled a
Of
lot.
course he is. He's Richard Petty.
Well, he struggled a lot towards the end of his career, especially in like the 88 season and, you know, 1990.
Mess up his parade a little.
That's a good point.
Darrell Altrip right there in car number 17.
So this is a good run for
Darrell
him.
has closed dramatically in the last 2 laps to pull to within maybe 10, 12 car
Darrell.
lengths. Definitely some working him over.
Phil Parsons, who was
I'm
running in
just-
7th place. number
Darrell
55,
hurt out of the
slowed
race, so
and
that
on
kind of
pace.
surprised
He's
me
now
because he
coming
had
down
such a
pit
good
road.
car
I don't know if he has a
going.
tire going down or if he has
And
a problem
he had
coming
the
down
cylinder
pit
go
road.
out.
So Phil Parsons, car number 55, which had been shown as high as in the 13th position,
Phil
is
Parsons.
on pit road.
He had a tire going down. They looked to the right side first.
It's a slow
And,
pit stop.
We're going to check.
Oh, car off the track.
He is lead car.
It's the
Oh, we got
14.
another fellow doing a little agricultural racing here this afternoon. That's that car number 14 from the West Coast being driven this afternoon by Harry Goulardi from Morgan Hill. He certainly had an opportunity to investigate this entire race facility.
And I'm noticing that the 27 car Benny
It looked like he was fronting in that
Petty are
picture they
closing in
showed.
on Bodine. I don't know whether he let
Yeah.
the tire getting a little slick or what, but they're definitely closing in.
Well, let's check it right now. I have the opportunity.
How many more
Bodine
cautions
in
do you
the
think will be in this
5 car.
race?
The
Prediction.
question is how much is Wallace and
I don't think
Parsons
any more.
getting up by? It looks like
I'm gonna say at the most 1, but probably 0.
Back in here.
Okay.
Up on that leader, number 5.
He has such a huge
And he
lead,
is
bro.
home.
It's ridiculous how far ahead
For a
he
heck
is.
of a finish here today at Riverside, California, with Parsons in 3rd and Kyle Petty is up to 4th. There's Kyle right there in 4th. This will be his best finish at Riverside.
Yes,
Holds it together.
he's run
Yeah.
strong all
Well,
day. He's been there. This is
we'll
about
see
the
if
next
Rusty can catch him, and or any of these other guys can catch him.
The car felt good to him.
Front 4 within a second and a half. Quick word from Pat Patterson.
Barry Dodson's the crew chief on Rusty Wallace's car. Barry, is it you're running out of time, Part? Has he got enough to catch him? I don't know, Pat. We're trying our best. We've
I wonder if the 5 would have passed inspection.
I don't know.
Okay, that's Rusty Wallace's crew chief, Barry Dodson.
I know there'd be a lot of people complaining right now.
Yeah, they're like, oh, Jeffrey,
We're upset at the fact that he's leading by like what, 20 seconds?
this is like he's driving like how Chase Elliott has been on road courses recently. He just blows ahead of everyone else.
He's won 2 races now, of course. He won
Well, not in the next gen.
a couple of years ago, and that
Well, except for Tyler Reddick at Road America.
That's true.
In the Coca-Cola 600.
Do you think Watkins Glen will be a better race this year?
I do think it will be a good race. It wasn't that bad last year. It was okay, I think.
Yeah, it was a hand race, in my opinion.
I think it'll be an okay race.
Watkins Glen hasn't had a good race in a couple years.
Like a really good race.
Yeah.
I guess is what you're saying. Yeah.
No, I think Watkins Glen is just going to be a decent race this year. Now, a track that I will always be, like, you know what's so funny is, like, we always hate on it, you know, and always finds its way to being good. It's just Pocono.
Yeah, Pocono.
Like, we always hate on it. Everything that Stumpman does. Really,
I like Pocono. It's one of my favorite tracks.
Sorry, go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
I was just saying Pocono is one of my favorite tracks. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I think it's pretty cool.
Pocono is okay. I like that it's unique because it has like 4 turns or like 6. Because I saw somewhere that like if you add the diameters or something of the turns, it's 6. But I disagree with that. It's 3 turns, which is very unique, and all 3 turns, I'm sure everybody knows this, but all 3 turns resemble a different turn on another racetrack.
And it's a triangle.
So, it's very unique, and I hear it's very beautiful to look at if you're there in person. But the racing hasn't been the best there besides that one fuel mileage race there last year.
Yeah. 2 legends battling for the lead here, or not for the lead, but 2 legends battling here is Richard Petty and Bobby.
Oh, he almost got turned. Good save by Petty.
Bobby about turned them. You know, Bobby and Richard Petty used to be big rivals, and they had run-ins occasionally.
They sure can. Richard Petty going up through, gets Bobby Allison, takes down Terry Lonnie, and Richard Petty is now running right behind his son Kyle, and of course they have their own war going in the point standing battle. Richard's in 7th, Kyle is in 8th, and he's
Rich Petty's 7 cents. That's pretty good, considering the last couple years of his career.
$15,000 in the final point standings, and he intends to pick his father's pocket before it's over.
I think his dad will be when Kyle makes a big time singer. His dad.
Now, New Hampshire is what I think's overrated. If we want to talk about overrated tracks, I think that one's overrated.
I completely agree. New Hampshire Motor Speedway is not that great.
It needs.
New Hampshire definitely brings up some mid racing for sure.
Yeah, it's mid. They haven't had a good race there in like 5 years, probably.
Now, a track that I do like is Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan's pretty solid.
Pretty cool.
You know, but because people always say, they're like, oh, well, it's just one of those boring tracks. It's so great.
Boring.
But me, personally, I think, like, the aesthetic of it is really cool. And, you know, there's a lot of good races and battles that's happened there, and that's still happening every year, so I like it.
Yeah.
Right, I think it'll be a good race there next year, or this year, excuse me.
Yeah,
Yeah, Michigan's a cool track. It's just like, it's big, it's, you know, you go 200 miles per hour there. And you don't really brake much, which is definitely interesting. You run at full throttle a lot, and Michigan's definitely a pretty fun track, but I know, like, it hasn't been exciting, but last year's race in Michigan was pretty solid. I mean, there's a lot of great passing. Terry Labonte passing Bobby Allison here.
Pulls alongside. And will he make it? Here they are at turn number 9. It's tough to beat Allison at turn 9 of this racetrack. He drives this corner as well as anyone. Meanwhile, here is car number 5, your leader, Bodine. the interval is about...
It's probably like 15 or 10 to go, somewhere around there. Oh, he's off!
Oh!
He blows it. He goes into the mud.
Wow, what a choke by Jeff Bodine right there.
Oh no, he's doing so well.
I thought it looked like he had a tire going down there.
And it was funny, I was just about to say, well, I got this right, but never mind.
Wow, turn of events right here. Oh, and there's Petty goes off into contact with him.
Oh, another one off the track.
Everyone's going off.
I think that's Allison.
Yeah. Bodine's got a tire down probably.
That's like.
Oh, there goes Terry.
Oh! Holy crap! So many cars going off the track right now. Wow!
Chaos has ensued.
Give a call to cwilyt, as he has had a great
Golly.
independent team come storming up
Well,
into
Rusty's
eighth
now in the
position,
lead, I
and
think.
cwilyt from Xerox car is ready to challenge Terry Labonte for 7th spot.
What did I say, guys? Rusty.
Incoming Mickey Mouse comments.
Mickey Mouse win. Just playing. Oh man. Well, Bodine here's a replay of it. Yeah, he just went off there.
He took that corner too wide. Yeah.
Mud.
Wow, right in the mud.
Oh, right in the dirt and everything.
Like a swamp buggy there for a moment. Back on the
He was running so good, dude.
Thought he was enabled for now. Watch this.
Oh, he gets doored by Petty, and Petty goes off.
Richard takes evasive action, comes around.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. He's at the pit here. Yeah, his car's messed up. That car is junk.
You think NASCAR would have called a caution?
No.
Yeah, I don't think they would have either because we've seen something similar to that before. Yeah, he's done, man. What a shame. Jeff Bodine had such a good car going.
Yeah, he led like almost every lap, I think.
Yeah.
10 laps to go.
10 to go, too.
Here at Riverside, California. It's an exciting, unbelievable Winston Western 500, where now Rusty Wallace in car number 27 is going for his 2nd win of the season.
In the STP Pit Communications Center, Riverside International Raceway, Rusty Wallace inherits the lead from Jeff Bodine. Benny Parsons is coming at him. Kyle Petty and Richard Petty are still right there. Who's going to win this race? Let's go topside to Ken Squire and find out.
Rusty Wallace would like to believe it's going to be him, the man who says, I've got a lot left to do in racing. 3 wins, one at Watkins Glen earlier this year, set on a pole earlier this season.
Well, we'll see if Benny Parsons or Kyle Petty can catch him.
Came into the sport back in 1982. Now look at this confrontation. There's Benny Parsons. That's Buddy Baker's pick right now, huh, Buddy?
I tell you, he's running awful straight off the corners. He's not using up his tires. And
Yeah, this was the last race at Riverside, if I'm correct. Yes, this was the last race ever ran at this track.
We just talked to.
I can't believe we didn't mention that.
Yeah.
In the beginning. Sorry about that, guys.
They kind of mentioned it earlier, but I wasn't sure, but I just checked through my record book and it said it. So.
Jerry, can someone get a
I can't really hear the audio the best because of the way that we record this. Like, I can hear it, but it's not, like,
Yeah,
the best quality, like if I were to watch it myself.
Have it turned down a little bit so we could, like, people that are watching this could hear us and the sound at the same time.
Yeah, so it's not like if all 3 of us had our sound, you just only hear the racing sound. You wouldn't hear what we had to say.
Just want to make
cars will run on a tank of fuel, and 30 is roughly the number. By our tally, the green flag came
So,
out.
you asked this question, Christian, but what do you think of the race?
I'll give my thoughts. We're almost at the end, so we'll give our thoughts here at the end. Man, it'd be so cool if they kept this track.
Flying order, Jeff Bodine.
Oh, not anymore.
Rusty Wallace.
Let's just say Bodine's not in the top
Benny
10.
Parsons in 3rd now. Wow. Kyle Petty up to 4th.
Well, he's 2nd. Wallace is now leading, so all these guys are a position ahead now because Bodine is fun.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that the 80s didn't have the best technology, so they probably had this already like 10, 15 laps in advance.
Yeah. Marcus would be 10th.
The other 2 years,
Well,
it's 10 cars on the lead lap.
There he is pitching that car
Whoa.
sideways, and there's not much.
When was the last time we ever saw a road course race where there's only 10 cars on the lead lap?
But the air is showing through, as Hank Williams used to say.
Well, I think Rusty Wallace is a very aggressive driver. He's like a Dale Earnhardt. He attacks his course and he rolls the dice and he's allowed to be.
Bill Elliott, he was watched in this race 5 laps down.
But here comes Kyle right after him.
Kyle Petty about spun out right there.
Yeah, I saw that. He kind of drifted that corner with his rear.
Tokyo Drift moment.
They got about a 2-lap cushion, so nobody needs fuel down here as far as we can
Oh yeah, he's really loose in the corners compared to the other car in front of him.
Benny, yeah.
With his rear.
Hey, yo!
Yeah, you are mad late like Internet Explorer.
Oh! Well, we could say he was delayed reacts. But anyways.
10th Dave Marcus, 11th Bodine, all running in that lead lap. Jim Robinson from the Winston West Series, the first West Coast driver. He's back there.
Yeah, Jeff Bodine did choke this race. I mean, he choked it.
Absolute sell right there.
Rusty Wallace trying to hold on to this lead.
You could tell the sun, his sun's setting there in this at the time. It's getting towards sunset.
Something about Benny's car now. He was getting through 9 great a while ago, but he started pushing pretty bad in the center of the corner. And Rusty's a little bit loose, but he's coming off faster.
Well, there's 5 laps to go, so this is the time to show. It's not time to take it easy. So I know Benny's going 100%, and I think tires are critical. You chase.
He about spun out there too.
But I tell you,
Wallace is driving the wheels off of that thing.
Wallace, so all you people want to be road racers, go to work on brakes.
Rusty Wallace, what gives you the biggest problems, the biggest fits here at Riverside?
Pre-recorded.
The biggest fits at Riverside is definitely turn 9. It's the biggest turn on the racetrack, and it's where you've got to handle the best. But trying to pass up to the S's is awful rough. And then the transmissions, you really got to take care of them. But now we've got some new transmissions that are much stronger, easier to work with. But all around Riverside, it's a flat racetrack.
He looks like, he looks like a meth head version of Larry Bird.
Oh no!
He does look. I see it though. And with no mustache.
You gotta violate him like that.
That one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
It should be 3 or 4 to go here. Yeah, he's pulling away, bro.
Yeah.
4 to go.
Could be in for his best finish.
I wasn't trying to, Cam.
But, I mean, is he wrong?
No, he's not wrong. I understand that.
No, I'm saying is Mike wrong because it was a violation.
I thought you were saying I had a horrible British accent, which I was agreeing with.
No, it's not that bad.
How about it? Who's strong? Who's weak?
Christian, do a British accent right now.
I'm drinking out my bottle of water.
Well, I think Kyle
That's not that bad.
him down through the S's, but seems like Benny has enough motor to
Hey, Cam, why don't you do a British accent?
My British accent is right, so I don't have to
like Benny
myself
can
like
kill
that.
him a
Kidding
little
me?
bit.
And you have a Pontiac out in
I'm not dumb like you do.
Chevrolet in second, Ford in third.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure?
Laps running down. We're inside the final 4 now at Riverside.
You won't catch me doing that.
Winston Western 500. There's your leader, Rusty Wallace, who has the advantage.
Mike does a madness.
In second, Kyle
Well, like, because my thing is, my British accent sounds like an Australian accent at the same time. It just depends.
But he's used to that. Came out of the ASA ranks, was champion there, champion in the United States Auto Club and stock car. He's raced for a long time. The man that originally rode
nice.
was the guy to watch. Was Rusty Wallace.
I was reading a text someone sent me about a driver from the Southern National Center. Anyways, it's 3 to go here. Yeah, the in-car camera wasn't working that well in this race, but there was one good shot we used for onboards.
Well, you could probably use the other ones because it shows the evolution of how the in-car cameras have been.
Patty's really trying to get by Benny, but he can't.
I think you guys should post an onboard account, just the glitch screen that just shows black.
He would get so mad.
Like right along with whoever this is, just the black and purple screen glitching constantly.
No, imagine it's like got along with your mom.
One of the posts I did, I believe it was I know it was the host of R1 where he broke his leg.
Yeah.
He hit it so hard, and for some reason, in the trucks, they have one truck that has like a camera on the bumper.
Yeah.
To show like this, I guess, show like how the truck is running on the surface or whatever. And a host of ours truck had it, and the truck got hit right near where that camera is, and it shut off immediately after it got hit. But you could hear the sound, you just couldn't see like the footage of it, which I find the bumper camera kind of stupid.
Two to go here.
2 to go.
80. Do y'all think there's going to be another caution? Or any incident?
No, there's no way there is.
I mean, even if there was another caution, they would just do
Well, yeah, back.
But then again, you just said that, so that leads me to believe there might be.
Well, then again, back then, if a caution came out, they didn't have green light checker finishes.
Oh yeah.
So they would just run it under yellow. Oh, here comes Petty.
Right,
he sends it. He sent it. Whoa. He still lost the spot.
Lap back, I'm pretty sure, right?
Well, he did send it, and he got passed again by Benny, so he went too hard in the corner. Oh, here's
way too hard in the corner. Let's see this.
Skirt.
Yeah, he left that line open. He should have just closed the door on him.
Sliding into DMs be like. 1 to go. 1 lap to go. The last race ever at Riverside. Yeah. Last lap ever in the Cup Series at Riverside.
Is that mall still open?
No, I think they tore it down, I think, from what I've read.
What was the point?
Exactly, they ended up destroying the whole facility. I don't know what it is now.
I'm gonna look that up after the race. Maybe when you're editing this, Christian, you can put like what it is.
Yeah.
Like how one of those movies end, like the track was tore down into a mall and then turned into a blank. I'm gonna guess it's an Amazon facility where they have packages.
Amazon, Basil. But anyways, here we go. Final time on the straightaway here. Oh.
Miles around this tough old Riverside International Raceway. Alan Kwiatkowski pulls on pit road toward the end here.
Well,
I don't quit.
What's the point of that, Kwiatkowski?
Bruh. Alright, final corner here. Wallace. He had a strong car in the race, and because of the slip up, he was able to get out ahead and capture the win.
What I say.
Now, if this happened this year, they'd call it a Mickey Mouse win, but I call it a great win. Rusty Wallace wins here at Riverside. I almost said Richmond for some reason.
Well, what did y'all think about the race? Any other thoughts or any race rating y'all would give it 1 to 10?
I thought it was interesting. The only issue I had with it is that it was so easy to spread the field apart, and the leaders were very easy to pull away. My favorite part of the race was when Dale Earnhardt Sr. and Jeff Bodine were battling for the win, or battling for the lead at that one part, and Dale passed him right in the grass. That was some of the most amazing racing I've ever seen in NASCAR. Overall, I would give it about a 7 out of 10. It was really cool to see a classic track that, in all honesty, I wish still existed. And it's a shame that they tore it down and turned it into a mall and like a school and a house for no reason. And it seemed like the track was doing very successful, judging by the attendance. So, just overall a shame, but I'm glad we were able to watch the race together.
Yeah, for sure.
This is one of my few times I've ever seen Riverside and actually watched the full. This is my first time watching the full race. So pretty good stuff. Crazy to see how fast they're going, and just seeing like how much difference is from NASCAR today there is to the NASCAR then. I mean, much more aggressiveness. I mean, like you'd never see Bodine and Earnhardt race like that. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, you'd never see drivers race like that with each other. It's very rare you ever see that happen anymore. And I thought this was a good race. 7 out of 10. I'm going to agree with Mike there. Overall, just an interesting race. What about you, Christian?
Well, those are great points and great recap. I don't really have much else to add. I will say thank you, Stephens, for the recommendation. Definitely, this is one that I've been wanting to watch. And thank y'all for coming on to watch this with me. Now, before we end this, I'm just going to go through a couple stats here. Rusty Wallace, this was his second win of the season. In 1987, he won this one. There's 10 lead changes among 6 drivers. There's 4 cautions for 21 laps. The average speed was 98 miles per hour. Now, do you want me to pull up the final results?
Yes.
We just said 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10? All right. I would give it a 7.2 or 7.3. Let's see here. This was on November 8th, 1987. The race is 3 hours and 10 minutes long, which the video was 2 hours and 30. Attendance 53,000. So Rusty Wallace got second. Benny Parsons was, why did I say Rusty got second? He literally won the race. What are you thinking, Christian? But Benny Parsons was second. Kyle Petty was third. Richard Petty fourth. Bobby Allison 5th, Darrell Waltrip 6th. Joe Brutman actually got 7th after he started 23rd. Labonte got 8th. Marcus 9th. And Jeff Bodine somehow finished on the lead lap in 10th. So that's pretty crazy. But, yeah, Bodine led 92 of the 119 laps. So...
Yeah, I think another thing that I have to kind of criticize about is that they showed too much time with the leaders. I wish that they did show a little bit more in the back, because I didn't know how Benny Parsons got up to 4th until I saw it on the recap.
Yeah, good point. Let me go back here. Well, that does it for another NASBoys Reacts video. Thank y'all so much for watching, and if y'all haven't yet, please hit the like and subscribe button. We'd really, really appreciate it. And the like goal, as we said earlier, 10 or 12. So make sure to hit the like button. And make sure to go follow our socials, of course, in the description below. Thank y'all so much for watching. And until next time, we're out.
Peace. Peace.
Peace.
Did we all just say peace at the same time?
Yep.
Oh, awesome.
I said peace, and you said peace, and then Christian said peace.
You know what's funny?
It sounded like